Salute. Shout out to Douglas Chunks, man. Douglas Chunks in the building. Salute to all you guys out here, man. Be back in effect with a mask and a tech, man. Mm. 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 Salute. I'm telling you, man. Happy 4th of July. Happy 4th. Happy 4th. Happy 4th, everybody. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Pimped out her SSI. Nigga, don't ask why. Just respect it. Mm. Mm. Salute to everybody out there, man. We up in here, man. Shout out to Douglas Chunks, man, once again.
Nothing, bro. I'm just trying to see what are y'all.
So I've told you, this will be the third time I'm telling you, right? I have witnesses who confronted me. They showed me a video of you getting close, fidgeting with your watch, with your right hand, and you're getting close to a girl who was wearing a skirt.
With a watch?
Getting close, doing this underneath the girl's skirt, getting close to it. So I asked, right? I asked you to stop. As Batman, you kept walking away. I asked to see your phone so we could just end it right then and there. You kept walking away. You told me no.
I don't even have a watch.
So then we brought you here. Yes, you do. I saw it in your hand when we were walking.
What phone was I recording with then?
They said it looked like an Apple Watch.
Well,
so I'm asking to see your phone so we can just end it right here right now.
No, not at all. You're not seeing nothing. You got no proof of anything. All you got is somebody saying, "Oh."
I have two witnesses saying that you're getting close to females with skirts.
Who are they?
I'm not going to tell you.
Exactly. So
why would I tell you their names?
Nothing.
That puts them in danger. That's not smart on my part.
Nobody's in danger. That's the thing. Like,
why would I tell you a witness's name? What's your name?
I'm not giving you nothing. It's just.
Do you have a season pass, or did you buy a one-day ticket here?
It's just a no, bro.
Did you buy a season pass?
You got no proof.
Did you buy a season pass or a one-day ticket?
No, bro.
You're gonna stay here.
Right now, you're not free to leave. Have a seat.
Yep.
I'm just trying to
figure out
what's going on.
Have a seat. See if a crime has been committed, right? Just bear with us, okay? If you don't want to tell us who that is, it's fine.
It said a watch. I don't have a watch.
Okay.
It says
I said you did.
So I don't have nobody. I don't.
Well, we'll go review the video and we'll check. So you just got to bear with us. Give us a few minutes.
I don't have a phone. Like I didn't have my phone out. That's the thing.
I'm not sure. That's why we're hanging on to you for a second while we investigate this. You want to give us your information so we can clear this up faster than.
We can wait till the witness comes. Whatever.
Well, they're not coming. We're gonna go get the information then. So.
Like I said, they're already talking to witnesses. They got two of them. So basically, what's going to happen if they fill out a witness form saying that, hey, if they saw you and they were disturbed by what you were doing, you committed a crime. That's called disorderly conduct. They were disturbed by your actions. Whatever you were doing, they were disturbed. That's why they alerted security that alerted us. Right? So that's why you're not free to leave right now. Right? So that's what we're looking at into right now. So, like we were saying, you give us your ID, we get this process going, it would go a lot faster. If they want to pursue charges, the two witnesses that they're talking to right now, and you refuse to give us your ID, we'll have to take it back to the station. We'll have to fingerprint you, and we're going to have to figure it out that way over disorderly conduct, right? So that's what we're looking at.
And that's at the very least. Like,
yeah.
Don't get me wrong. If there's other angles of this and there was something else going on, there could be additional charges. But at the very least, destroy any actions that alarm or disturb somebody, right?
I just don't understand how somebody would even say that though.
Right. I get you. This is,
I want to see like,
and we'll go check the video, all that good stuff, man. There's video all over the place. So we'll go, verify with video. But you got to give us a few minutes of your time while we're investigating this, okay?
One officer gathered statements and footage while the other two further interviewed the suspect.
And you said you don't have an Apple Watch?
no.
Or a watch?
No, I do have an Apple Watch, but I was just checking it. So that's what I was trying to say. Like it wasn't even on my wrist. I was just.
So you do have a watch.
Yeah, I got a
Why'd
watch.
you tell the guy you didn't?
Well,
Oh man,
We're just trying to work with you.
we're trying to work with you here.
it's not like a
Do you have it on you?
watch. Yeah, I got it on me.
Oh, you don't have a straps or anything.
No, I was just looking for text, and right now it's not even on. So it's like that's all it was. Like you can't even record with an Apple Watch. So that's why I'm like, what are they talking about?
You
know,
could take photos with it.
No, you can't. Not mine at least. Like I could go through it right now and see if I can, but I never did. Did that before, so yeah, Apple, you can't take video. But you can try on yours, but mine doesn't. They talking about somebody or like I'm like,
Would you be willing to show us your most recent pictures on your phone?
I don't want to do that either.
It was just a.
I don't want to do anything I don't want. I
No,
don't have to.
I'm just-
That's what I'm saying.
It's just consent. That's
Yeah,
all we're asking.
Because they said I was recording on the watch, and I was like, oh, that was the phone. I didn't even pull out my phone. So it's like,
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Because sometimes the watch is like synced with the phone.
nah.
'Cause I-
don't know how to do all that.
Hey, don't be deleting stuff on your phone now. Come
I'm
on.
not deleting nothing. I'm just going through it.
Telephone. And then phone. You were on your phone for a good minute. I'm sure you deleted stuff on there that you did earlier, right?
That's not.
You got Miranda on you. What really happened out there, dude?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I was just trying to see what was going on with my people because I was by myself.
Okay,
So you were waiting in line by yourself?
Yeah.
why did you have your phone and watch on? What were you trying to do with that? Because all right, you're in line. You're in line for that.
I was seeing where they were at
You're seeing where they're at. Okay, so what do you mean by you're seeing where they're at?
because I was waiting for them.
You're waiting for them. So what were you using your phone for? Waiting for
Text.
text. Okay. What else were you doing?
I don't even want to say the wrong thing at this point.
You're not gonna say the wrong thing. I'm just trying to figure out your side of the story, dude. Why would someone accuse you of taking photos? Like why? Why would someone? Because that's not a normal thing someone does. Someone just doesn't come up
I
and
mean,
say, "Hey,
everybody has their phone out.
Everybody can have their phone out, but usually it's
Yes.
up here, close
Yes.
to their face.
it's not down low."
So it's kind of bent down and I was on my phone and I was like that or something.
Or what were you doing with your phone? That's why. Why would
I
someone make
wasn't
that?
doing anything with my
So
phone.
why would someone make that accusation on you? Like, and like I said, I know you probably just deleted it before we took it.
No, I wasn't even on the photo.
Well, here's the problem.
This dude is stupid, man. He had all that time to delete all that stuff, man. I hope he deleted everything from his phone while he had his phone and he was going through it and the cops were standing there looking like howdy doody. He should have deleted everything off of that phone in that short period of time. But now they have his phone. Now they have his phone after he said he didn't have a phone, after he said he didn't have a watch. And now they actually have possession of the phone 5 minutes ago he said he didn't have. And he looked nervous. So I don't think he deleted all the upskirt pictures. He was in the amusement park taking shirt pictures up girls' skirts.
The video is telling us you did.
What was I doing?
Taking videos or photos, one of the two.
Ooh, it's hot out there, man. Cool.
Right there.
All right.
He was on it, so there could be a chance that everything was
That's
deleted.
right. I watched the video, right? Can you help me understand what was going on?
I'm trying to figure out too. I gave my side, so
You gave your side. What do you mean your side?
yeah.
What was your side? What did I say?
You said you
I can't even remember, to be honest. That's why I'm saying I don't even.
He said it was on his phone.
So,
I told him,
I don't
"You
want to say the
understand
wrong
phone's up
thing
here."
here.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to figure out why that's not on the same level. Like I said, which phone is that?
It was the one that was stuck in between here, right inch there with a camera hose on it. All right. So, help me understand what's going on here, man. So we got a bag, right? I watched the video. The camera is clearly positioned perfectly in front of those holes. I watched the video. I was able to zoom in on the holes in the bag. That's where it's sticking through, right? Got the bag walking up next to people like this, and you're using the watch in your hand without a band, which is weird in itself, to take pictures. That's what it appears to me. That's what it appears to the witnesses. Help me understand what I'm missing here. Is this accurate? Not accurate?
No, who says niggas ain't smart, man? When it comes to shit like this, niggas can do whatever they want to do, man. Sky's the limit. He had the phone sticking out of his bag, and he had it connected to his watch. So he got the phone, the camera from the phone like this at the bottom of his bag sticking out. He swing it under the girl's skirt and then tap his watch and take the picture. Homie had the whole setup.
Accurate. What do you think?
Not accurate.
It's not accurate. Okay. Would you have any problem with me going through that phone? Just to prove that this is not accurate. You do have a problem with it. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take your phones and your watch, and we're going to get a search warrant for them, okay? That's the other option. Unless you want to sign a consent form, I'm not trying to sway you in either direction. Either way is I'm going to apply for a search warrant for those phones and for that watch. If there's nothing to hide in there, you want to show me, that's cool. We can be done with this here. You can get your stuff back today. Otherwise, that's the route I'm going to take. I'm going to ask the judge to bring me a search warrant for the phones. Right now, there's enough evidence to charge you with unlawful video recording, right? It's unlawful to take videos of people's areas like that. That's what they're alleging. At the very least, disorderly conduct, right? You got an empty box, bunch of stuff stashed in there. That thing positioned perfectly in front of the hole. It's just odd to me. Maybe you're not doing anything wrong, but I'm trying to understand what could the other possibility be here. You know what I mean? So you don't believe there's any truth to what I saw in the video or what the people are claiming? No. Okay.
Said you drove here. Why'd you bring in an empty shoebox?
Flip flops. Where are your flip flops?
I forgot.
Forgot them, so you brought in an empty.
I thought they were in there. So.
He was carrying an empty JD sports box, despite the nearest store being over 20 miles away, and no explanation for why he had it. The man was using an Apple Watch in the palm of his hand as a second screen, wirelessly linked to his phone, so he could see a live preview of the camera feed and adjust the angles before taking photos and recording video. The phone's camera lenses can be seen protruding through holes in the bag. He used his knee to position the camera directly under the shorts of the females in front of him, who both appeared to be juvenile.
Wow.
And you can see the cameras in the back there.
So our victims don't have.
I'm gonna let you hear that again, man. This is what niggas is up to. That's crazy, man. This is bizarre. Niggas is doing this shit. This is what y'all doing with your time.
JD sports box, despite the nearest store being over 20 miles away, and no explanation for why he had it. The man was using an Apple Watch in the palm of his hand as a second screen, wirelessly linked to his phone, so he could see a live preview of the camera feed and adjust the angles before taking photos and recording video. The phone's camera lenses can be seen protruding through holes in the bag. He used his knee to position the camera directly under the shorts of the females in front of him, who both appeared to be juvenile.
Wow.
And you can see the cameras in the back there.
So our victims don't have. They have no idea.
Yeah. Wow. We're trying to track them down. We're going to take you to the police station, and we're going to call the state attorney's office and go from there. Fair? Go ahead, put your hands behind your back, please.
You've been arrested before. You know the deal. Damn,
At that moment,
bro.
the man was placed under arrest for unauthorized recording after the victim's parents pursued charges. He was released the same day, as officers intended to gather additional evidence before obtaining a warrant. On July 8, 2024, a search warrant was approved, and both of the man's iPhones and his Apple Watch were turned over to the state's attorney's cyber lab for analysis. Data extracted from the devices revealed 40 videos of recorded on the day he was at Six Flags.
Damn.
All of the videos appeared to have been filmed from inside the bag, with the camera angled to capture footage under clothing. Numerous images on the phone referenced a website where similar photos had been uploaded. A majority of the images on the site were taken in locations resembling Six Flags, and the website was believed to have been created by the man. Investigators also discovered numerous videos and images of inappropriate child content stored on both phones. A second search warrant was executed at the man's home 1 month later.
Police department search warrant?
Anyone else here?
No? All right. So we have a search warrant, so.
Right here.
Your house.
Do you remember me from like a month ago? This is in reference to what he talked
So this nigga been home all this time. He been home. This is crazy, man. He been home all this time, and he still got stuff in his crib. They still gonna find child corn in his home.
about a month ago. We were at Six Flags. Remember that? No? Okay.
What is this for?
We have a search warrant based off of that incident. So if you want to talk, we can talk today.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what's going on.
Well, it's hard when you just wake up and people are in your house, so.
What's going on?
I'm gonna tell you in a minute. I'm just letting them finish doing their thing and then we'll chat. But do you have some pants that we can grab you? Do you want us to grab you some pants?
I'm good.
No, hang on.
You're gonna
hang here.
You're gonna hang here.
to use the bathroom.
Right, you're gonna wait. You're gonna wait.
Oh, good. Just
You're
relax.
gonna-
No, just relax. I need to use the
All right.
bathroom.
Sit down.
I need
We'll
to
get
use
your,
the bathroom.
sit down.
Damn.
Stop resisting.
Get up on her.
Here, just take it.
Relax.
No.
Stop resisting.
No.
Stop resisting on the ground.
All the way.
All the way.
Lay on your stomach.
Lay on your stomach.
Stop resisting.
This the part where black people say, "Why they doing that to him? Why they treating him like that? Why they treating him like that? Why they grabbing him like that? He ain't doing nothing. He not even resisting."
Enough.
Stop resisting.
You're done.
Get your hand behind your back. Here's our cuffs.
That's done, partner.
If we get you back in the chair, are you gonna chill out? We will get you to a bathroom.
Roll over on your side.
Me.
Put your knees up. Put your knees together real quick. This will help you get up.
No, I'm serious. I need to have a seat.
You would have been in the bathroom right now.
Have a seat.
Sit down.
That female cop, she went down quick. She was at the bottom of the pile after 1 second. It's like, damn. She didn't even put up. It's like, yo, she just found her natural place.
Hey, relax, dude.
We're getting you to the bathroom. You would have gone by now if you had not resisted. All right?
Okay.
I just need to use the
We
bathroom.
will get you there.
I'm not running or nothing. I just need to.
Well, you just fought us, okay? So sorry if we don't believe you, okay?
All right, here's the thing, boss. You got a pitch, right?
I got a bad, yes.
Quickest way for you to do that is cooperate with us so we can get you down the street in a squad car.
And then
Back to your gurney. Once you're gurney, dude, you have free reign. You can piss to whatever you want, right? Is that gonna be an issue going down the stairs or is it gonna be good? I get you.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
care if y'all, I don't care. Just let me use it all the time.
No,
No, not yet. You
yet.
have to wait till we get the car here.
You
Get
get
you
in
in
the
the car.
car.
I just need to use the bathroom.
I get you.
I thought you two fell off.
Oh, man.
We were going to grab some pants. We will. We'll get you something.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, dude. We're just gonna take shit long.
We're gonna get
you pants.
Try to get your pants.
Pants are
Then we
coming.
go.
Pants are
We're getting
coming.
your pants.
You go downstairs first.
Dude, you got shoes
Don't
on,
get your
brother.
half shoes on. Be careful going down the stairs, please.
Officers seized additional devices from the man's home and uncovered even more disturbing images. Ultimately, he was charged with 2 counts of unauthorized video recording, 2 counts of child, and 1 count of resisting arrest. During an interview, the man admitted that he engaged in this activity for financial gain. As of June 2025, the case remains in the pre-trial stage, with no new developments reported.
Damn, what a country. He probably back home now. He probably back at home. He's probably back at home. Everybody hit that like button, man. We about to get into the 4 Extra shit, man. Shout out to 4 Extra, man. I don't have nothing against 4 Extra. I don't know him. I know a lot of people don't like him, but I don't think this is funny, man. This is sad. Press 1 if you know who 4 Extra is, man.
I'm gonna blow a nigga up. Fuck wrong with a nigga. Dead homies, nigga. It's the 4th. I'm gonna blow a nigga up. Who wanna get blown up today, nigga? Fuck wrong with a nigga off the back. I'm blowing a nigga up. Stop playing CDs, nigga. I'm throwing them in your house. I'm throwing them at you, nigga. Vernon Avenue, nigga, off the back. I'm blowing your ass up. I'm blowing somebody up today off the back.
I hope he didn't try to I'm not saying he was trying to throw these at anybody and blow anybody up, but I'm hoping he didn't think that you could light this with it in your hand and rear back and still that shit don't go off. Soon as you light that shit, boom, that shit gonna light in like a fraction of a second. That wick is gonna disintegrate in a fraction of a second. Boom. I think he might have thought from the things he's saying, he might have thought that you could light them and then have time to throw it. I don't know what he was thinking, man. He got fucked up too, man. His hand. Is this today? Wow, was this today? This wasn't today. Wow. Rough day for this brother, man. He a gangster. He the one that fight. They always talk about fighting in the county jail and all that. That's his kind of like his thing. He fights. He go in the county jail and he take all fades and all that type of stuff. And he developed a nice following, man, a nice name for himself, man. He part of that second wave on Adam 22 after everybody got locked up. After Brick Baby got locked up and shit, he part of the new wave on Adam 22 channel. Man, oh shit, man. I'm not gonna show you the video. I I'm gonna put this in the back chat, man. This shit brutal, dog. This shit ain't funny. This shit is brutal. That look how fast the wick blows up. Look how fast the wick blows up when you got that shit in your hand. Dog. This shit sad, man. He blew his whole fucking hand off, dog. I'm talking about he blew his whole entire hand off. He blew his entire fucking hand off. He said, that's funny. Damn. Salute to Superstar. Superstar says, is it me or can you be the only car in a parking lot and a son can come along and park 2 inches away from your car? The sons be doing some strange shit, man. This dude right here, man, he blew his shit. He blew his whole fucking dog. All you gotta do is go type in 4 Extra online and you can see that shit. He didn't just blow his fingers off. He blew his palm off. He blew his palm off. You heard me? Like he blew his whole palm off. His whole shit is gone. And whatever's still there, it's like you might have to remove that because it's useless. Like what's left is useless. So they probably going to just remove everything down to the wrist instead of just have him having some like limp, you know, uh, you know, tendons. And the picture online, his shit is finito. Okay, his fucking hand is gone, and he was out here. You know, he had a nice little name for himself, man. That shit is fucked up, man. That shit is terrible, man. I don't wish that on nobody, man. Well, you try not to wish that on anybody. You know what I'm saying? You try not to wish that on anybody. You try not to wish that type of stuff on people. So that, you know what I'm saying? Even though we all human and we all hate people. We all got people that we hate. We all human. We got people that we hate. But we try not to wish on people.
When you have to go into an enemy dorm.
You mean what you mean? What happened? You go in there. If you don't go in there, we're gonna whoop your ass. You better go in there off the back. I'm going in there off the back. Tripping. I like going to enemy dorms. That's the best time. You go in there.
All blood dorm.
Go in that. Good. You radio it. You let them know where you from. Go to the back. Catch all your fades. Get all your fades out the way. Make sure you get all of them. If they tell you, oh, we got 3 fades for you, no, get all of them. Everybody that beef with your hood, get all of them. And then after that, your homies will pull you. You know what I'm saying? Don't go over there and roll it up, though. If you go over there and roll it up, we on your ass. We're going to roll your ass up just like you rolled it up out of their dorm.
When you have to go into an enemy dorm.
You mean what you mean? What happened?
Nah, that nigga ain't got no fucking hand.
Former extra threatens decay. L607 on C on no jumper.
Me surround. Look, this is what I'm trying to tell you right now. Watch what you say up on here, cuz these think you can't be caught. You could be caught. You could be found. You could, nigga, on the set, what's the name? I'm gonna get up on you. Just like I just got up on you. And the first thing I'm gonna tell you, you gonna die right here. I smoke your ass and niggas, you gonna die at no jumpers, niggas. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna flatline you right here and go to jail and laugh at your ass while you on the projector dead. And I'm gonna be doing burpees in jail, laughing at your ass while these bitches picking up my collect calls. And that's gonna be the end of that. You know why? Oh, we've been there because it's rolling 40s.
Former extra threatens decay. L607 on C on no jumper.
Vernon Avenue, dead homie, they done fucked up and let me out this motherfucker. Dead homies about to be a whole lot of problems. I'm about to knock your bitch ass out, you wearing the plumber. Vernon Avenue, nigga, I'm back, bitch. Off the back, I'm back. Vernon Avenue or nothing. Vernon Avenue, dead homie, they done fucked up and let me out this motherfucker. Dead homies about to be a whole lot of problems. I'm about to knock your bitch ass out, you wearing the plumber. Vernon Avenue, nigga, I'm back, bitch. Off the back, I'm back. Vernon Avenue or nothing. Vernon Avenue, dead homie, they done fucked up and let me out this motherfucker. Wow.
Easy. Y'all think you can do it?
Easy all day. All day he got it. He got it. Right plan. He got that. I don't got that. He got that. Come on, boys.
Right now.
Wow. I'm blowing somebody up today.
Well, there you have it. 4 Extra done blew his hand off. I told you guys to be careful this 4th of July, man.
And press 1 if you seen the picture of it. When they say he blew his hand off, they not talking about like, oh, he just blew a couple fingers off, or he blew some meat off or some shit, some flesh off. This nigga literally blew his entire fucking hand off. Literally. This nigga literally blew his entire fucking hand off. I'm talking about the whole thing. God damn, bro. That shit's sad, man. I find shit like that sad, man. like that shit is sad, man. Even though I'm sure you look at the way he behaves, he's a very aggressive guy, shit starter, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, though, like, your whole fucking hand, that hand been with him his entire life, dog. And then boom, it's gone. And then boom, it's gone.
He was like, yo.
Everybody. I'm blowing somebody.
Wow.
Damn. That shit crazy, dog.
All right, so I know you guys already seen this image going around, and I figured I might as well just hop on here and give you guys some context. So basically, for extra 4th of July, he was hanging out with a bunch of his friends in front of like a shopping center where they're all hanging out. There was like a short that I posted yesterday, him doing some high kick thing, and he basically had a handful of fireworks, and he was about to let one off. Didn't actually get out of his hand. Apparently, those fuses burn a lot faster than you would think. And it blew his hand off. And there's more bad news, which is that the true extent of his injuries, I don't think has really 100% been revealed yet. I'm not really at liberty to say exactly what, but definitely there's more to come in terms of like all the stuff that has happened to him as a result of this. But also, I'm not sure 100% who the friend was, but he was with one of his friends, and his friend allegedly like blew half his face off, which I haven't seen any evidence of this or whatever.
Damn. Jesus Christ. Oh, shit. He said his friend blew half his face off. I guess, what would you rather do, though, man? Blow half your face off or blow your hand off? Jeez. Half your face or your hand. God damn. That's a tough one, Jack. Listen. In the hood, or just not even in the hood, around black people, they got this new thing these young guys doing lately, shooting people with Roman candles and shit. It's a mess, and it's a mess. Black people aren't smart enough to have fireworks, man. It should be illegal to sell a black person fireworks. You should be charged with neglect for selling a black person fireworks, man. We don't know what to do, man. Little niggas is literally running around the hood shooting people with Roman candles right now. Press 1. Just letting off on people with Roman candles, thinking it's funny. Selling black people fireworks you should be charged, man. God damn, man. Damn.
But yeah, that's all we know right now. He's in surgery right now, off pain meds for like the first time in his entire life.
Hell yeah, he in surgery. He in surgery like a motherfucker. You can't just wrap that what he did to his hand. You can't just wrap that shit up. You can't just put some fucking ice on that shit. Yeah, he blew his entire fucking hand off.
The difference between cheating at the card table and imagining.
All right, so I know you guys already seen this image.
Unbelievable, man. I tell you, man. being a rapper sucks, man. Either this or somebody would have shot him. This one said, IU McCoy says, old boy turned his fingers into strings of spaghetti. Yeah. That shit ain't funny though. Like that shit literally is not funny. Like I don't feel no joy in this shit. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. This shit don't make me laugh, man. This shit make me like, motherfucker, god damn, yo.
Rap News, Street Politics, the best hood channel on YouTube. And we back with some bad news out of LA, man. 4Extra has blew his hand off playing with the dynamite sticks. Now, I know this is going up everywhere. It's all over Instagram. Everybody dropping these videos, man. But this is a pivotal moment in LA entertainment right now. This is somebody that we've seen heavy with the fades, and it looked like it's his right hand that has went down in this situation. And, you know, this is not what we want to see from anybody, especially seeing it like this and seeing how everything played out with him making a post earlier in the day. We know how these fireworks get out.
I'm gonna blow it up. Wrong with a nigga. Dead homies, nigga. It's the fourth. I'm gonna blow it up. Who wanna get blown up today, nigga? Wrong with it off the back. I'm blowing it up. Stop playing CDs, nigga. I'm throwing them in your house. I'm throwing them at you, nigga. Vernon Avenue off the back. I'm blowing your ass up. I'm blowing somebody up today off the back.
This is just all around sad, you know what I'm saying? However you feel on the gangbanging scale, whatever it is with your enemies, this ain't really what you want to see, you know what I'm saying? And we seen this dude have many ups and downs, going in and out of the county, making it out of prison, and he came home seemingly touching bags, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the bag was, he seemed to try to be getting to it with coming out on no jumper. And we all know the main thing he's known for is catching these fades. It doesn't look like we're going to see any more fades or anything from 4Extra. Now, the implications behind this, we probably going to see that scary ass nigga 607 pop his head back out here into these LA politics. And we probably going to be seeing King Peel up at no jumper a little bit more. But hopefully there's a speedy recovery and this dude just take on that podcast role so dudes like 607 ain't capitalizing on somebody's downfall trying to get out here.
Make sure y'all support this channel, man. Support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, or the Super Chat, man. This shit's sad, man. God, dog, man. That nigga blew his entire fucking hand off. And once that bitch is gone, that shit gone. Like that's the sad part about it. They don't got no. They got a lot of technology, but they don't. The best they can do with all the technology we got, with being born in this great era of ingenuity and innovation, the best they can do is give him a plastic hand. That's the best they can do, is give this dude a plastic hand. That's the craziest part about it, yo. We got all this technology and all this innovation, and the best they can do right now at this point is give you a plastic hand or a rubber hand. That's crazy. That's bananas. That's the best they can do right now, give you a rubber hand. God damn, man. That's crazy. And my father-in-law, R.I.P., his foot had to be amputated. And he had what's that pain called when you phantom pain. He had phantom pain in his foot. He said where his foot used to be, because he got it cut like to like the middle of his leg, right? He got like basically like his leg, his whole leg cut off, right? Below the knee, right? He said where his foot used to be, he felt the most intense pain of his life randomly throughout the day where his foot used to be. It's called phantom pain. So the it's your hand, his hand is still going to be there. His hand is still going to be there in his brain, but it's not going to be there physically. And somehow that causes pain. Where the hand would be. That shit is crazy. Called phantom pain, dog. That shit is crazy. That shit is damn, bro. Short man. This shit is crazy, dog. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Support the channel via PayPal, Cash App. Hope this brother gets well, man. This shit ain't no this. I don't find this shit funny at all, dog. Think about this. The patient will feel the sensation of pain in the area where the limb was amputated. So not only do you not got your limb or whatever the fuck you missing, but you gonna have pain there. That shit's sad, man. This brother about to go into a whole nother chapter of life, man. Life is gonna be. He looked like he was having fun that day too. And I hear people say you gotta, in moments like this, people say that's why you gotta cherish every moment. You gotta cherish every moment in life. You never know when shit. How can you listen? You know how many niggas is doing fireworks today that ain't gonna get their hand blown off? 99.9999999% of the niggas that do fireworks today are not gonna get their hand blown off. It's literally like one out of a probably like 500,000 people who do fireworks today are gonna get their hand blown off. It's literally like a microscopic percentage. So when people say, "Yeah, man, you gotta cherish every moment," how the fuck you know that's gonna happen? How the fuck you know that you gonna be the one that day? Tingling, cramping, heat, or cold sensation may be felt in addition to shooting pain, and these symptoms usually decrease or disappear with time. So he's gonna feel tingling, cramping, heat, and shooting pains where his hand used to be. That shit is crazy. Jeez. They don't know what causes it. And they don't know what causes it. So you fucked. Pinky Brown. Shout out to Pinky Brown, man. They don't know what causes that shit. Of course. They don't know what causes that shit. God damn. Shout out to Pamela Henderson, man. Make sure y'all support this channel, man. Support this channel. Sponsor this channel, man. Sponsor the show. I feel bad for this brother. See, a lot of people laughing at this brother, but they don't know what he's about to go through, man. They don't know what his life is about to be like, man. This nigga life has changed forever, man. Whether he was, and I didn't have any beef with the guy, so I don't have any beef with him. I don't have any. I just watched his videos from time to time and thought it was amusing. This brings me no joy. This brother about to be going through it, man. And the brain thinks the limb is still present. So your brain thinks that it's still there. God damn, that sucks, man. The memory of pain is returned. Wow. Signal is interpreted as pain regardless of the signal from the injured nerve. Damn. So your brain think that shit is still there, but it think that whatever happened to it, the trauma, it remembers that trauma that happened in that moment, and it keeps sending that signal to your brain. That's at least what but they say they don't know what causes it. Below the elbow amputation of the forearm, it says peripheral and psychological factors may contribute to the condition of phantom pain. Trauma. It says, damn. Yeah, his nerves off. He your nerves, yeah. Said the neuroma may generate an abnormal electrical impulse that the brain will interpret as pain. God damn. Let me drop the link, man. This shit's sad, man. You said, but he gangster? Yeah, you see the picture, he holding it down. He ain't even crying. He just looking at where his hand used to be at. He not even crying or wincing. He just looking at that shit, man. He handled that situation like a G. I give him that. He handled that situation like a G. He's sitting there just looking at that shit. He handled that shit like a G. He is gangster. That motherfucker is gangster. You know how much pain that is to blow your fucking hand off? And I'm not talking about like, poof, whing, like somebody hit your shit with a machete and it just go off. I'm talking about the impact of a fucking M1000. Just blow your shit to smithereens. Your shit just hanging, looking like fucking I don't know, just sitting there hanging and shit. Wow. So they said it said you can treatment usually depends on the level of the pain and it involves heat and massage. But what the fuck are you gonna massage? The hand's not there anymore. That's crazy. They say massage. Massage what? Massage what? They literally say massage. Heat. What the fuck you gonna put heat on? Put heat on what? The next closest piece that's left of it. The medication, anticonvulsants and antidepressants. Mirror box visual feedback therapy. A mirror box is a box with two mirrors in the center, one facing each way, that is used to help patients feel like they still have a limb after having it amputated. Wow, a mirror box is a box with two mirrors in the center, one facing each way, that is used to help patients feel like they still have a limb after it's amputated. That's crazy. So they got to trick your brain into thinking your hand there, so to stop sending the pain signal to your brain. That's crazy. Yo, this brother's, let me look at the poll, man. We put the poll up, see who, if y'all feel sorry for this brother, man. 73% of y'all don't feel sorry for this brother, man. That brother. I hope he don't experience phantom pain, man. I hope he don't, man. You say I'm a troll. How am I trolling, man? How am I trolling? I don't understand how I'm trolling. I'm trying to figure out how I'm trolling. I don't think I'm trolling. This shit's serious, dog. My father-in-law had this, man. I used to be with my father-in-law every day, man. And he would just be sitting there like, oh man, it's back. And he'd be like, oh man, the pain. It was like he couldn't even describe it. It was just like, it would just come. And he was like, yeah, pain. Where his foot used to be at. And his whole leg was cut off, but it would hurt where his foot used to be at. And his foot is not there. But he said it hurt where the foot is. It don't hurt on his body. It hurt where the foot used to be. I'm not trolling. And listen, man, this is good information though for people who have in their family like that. Man. It says so you put the patient places both the amputated limb and the other limb in the holes of the mirror box. Oh, so yeah, you place the so when you look into it makes it feel like you got the other hand. Okay. That's crazy. This is the best they can do for you, dog. This is the troll. The troll is that with everything that we got right now, how blessed we are to live in this world in this time with all these advancements in medicine and all these advancements in technology. We're blessed to live in this time. And the best they can do for you is put your good hand in a box and put your bad hand in the box, and the mirror gonna make it look like you got two hands. And that's gonna trick your brain into thinking that you got two hands. That's the best they can do. That shit is crazy. And here's the thing: he blessed. He blessed. That nigga blessed because he still got one hand. He's blessed because he still has one hand. He's blessed because he still has one hand. That shit crazy. Some people find that by doing exercises and moving the limb, it can help to relieve the pain from phantom pain. Wow. That shit is.
This video is for education.
Yeah, man. Salute, man. Man, god damn, man. That motherfucker. Jeez. That shit scary, man. Shit. I ain't gonna lie to you, Jack. Don't get me the line. This shit ain't funny, dog. This shit's sad, man. For everybody who's just joining us, man, hit the like button.
All right, so I know you guys already seen this image going around, and I figured I might as well just hop on here and give you guys some context. So basically, for extra 4th of July, he was hanging out with a bunch of his friends in front of like a shopping center where they're all hanging out. There's like a short that I posted yesterday, him doing some high kick thing, and he basically had a handful of fireworks, and he was about to let one off. Didn't actually get out of his hand. Apparently, those fuses burn a lot faster than you would think. And yeah, it blew his hand off. And there's more bad news, which is that the true extent of his injuries, I don't think has really 100% been revealed yet. I'm not really at liberty to say exactly what, but definitely there's more to come in terms of like all the stuff that has happened to him as a result of this. But also, I'm not sure 100% who the friend was, but he was with one of his friends, and his friend allegedly like blew half his face off, which I haven't seen any evidence of this or whatever, but yeah, that's all we know right now. He's in surgery right now, off pain meds for like the first time in his entire life. And yeah, I'll keep you guys updated, but that's all we know right now. So fingers crossed that things don't get any worse. All right, so I know you guys already seen this image.
Man, I'm telling you, man. Gee. Shout out to Savrix, man. Savrix says, and boom goes the dynamite. Lord, god damn. That shit crazy. What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing, man? What's your
Good
thoughts,
morning.
man?
It's been a while.
Yeah, what's happening? What's your thoughts, man?
Oh, I'm very well, thank you. I'm enjoying my 8 fingers and 2 thumbs.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, man.
I've had something similar happen to me when I was a kid. You know those sparklers that you have,
Yeah.
like yeah.
Right.
So we used to use those because we would have like a small lighter, and it would be always like a fucking surprise when it would light on fire. And every time it would light on fire, I would like kind of burn my fingers a little bit. So it's kind of same thing.
Kinda. Not
He
quite.
should call himself 4 left. 4 left fingers on the 4th of July.
Pantheon, this isn't funny.
Jesus Christ.
I love the sarcasm, KB.
But to be honest with you, actually, that's not the best they can do. They actually have very advanced bionic hands now, where they actually attach them to some electrodes that are going into your forearms, and the way you move your forearms can literally move that hand, the bionic hand, in very, very, very minor movements. And then you can
Really?
grip a cup, you can grip a grape, You can grip a lot of stuff. If you look at it's called the girl with the most advanced bionic hands, and like it's amazing what those hands can do. And luckily he only blew up
Oh,
his hand from the wrist down. So if he's able to get like bionic hands that are that advanced, you know, it should be helping him.
Yeah, prosthetics have come a long way.
yeah. So he got the rethink his entire. Well, yeah, man. I mean, shit. That's better than I thought. Right here, this is actually better than I thought. Oh man, yeah, it's better than I thought.
As a matter of fact, I saw an article. I didn't click on it, but they said they have a new bionic hands where it actually can make you feel the touch. Like you can feel what you're touching.
It send a signal to your brain.
Yeah, it's like attached to your. It's like it gets attached to like your neurons and shit, nerves, and you can feel it in your brain. Now, what they really fucked up on is like, you know, I think there's a skit somewhere. I forgot who said it, but it's like as advanced as we are, if you're blind, all they can give you right now is still a stick. That's basically as far as you can get.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, look, this guy got the same thing too. Like, oh shit, wow, yo, that shit is yo. This is promising. I mean, this give you more hope though than like the old prosthetic where it's just a hand, it's just for show. Like the old prosthetic is just for show. They just give you a hand just so just look, you don't look like you know what I'm saying? This hand
Wonder how
actually
much it costs.
the hero arm, this joint is functional, man.
This is probably $100,000.
You think so?
Well, I
Yeah, I
hope
think
he
it's
has
very
that in the
expensive.
bank. With whatever money he was bragging about, I hope he can afford it. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to give him any sympathy. I don't know what dynamite is meant to do on the 4th of July. It's not a firework.
Yeah,
The crazy
exactly.
thing is that you can detach that hand. So this girl, she came on some talk show and she detached her hand, put it on the table, and controlled it remotely with her forearm to pick up a cup. It was pretty funny. It was like that fucking hand on the Addams Family.
I was just thinking that.
Hold on, let's see what this
Now you've got the arm attached, you're going to want to turn it on. So the way we do that is by pressing this button on the back of the palm like this. You'll see these little rainbow colors. You're also going to want to press the on button of the myopods. So do that one there and this one on the inside too. Now, if I recalibrate the hand just to get it all sorted and ready for use, it'll cycle through some grips. That's just a double tap on the button. And when it's finished, I'll be able to move the fingers. Like this.
Wow. Wow. Yo, that's dope, yo. Shout out. Yo, I'm sure they're gonna tell 4Extra about this because that shit is crazy. Wow. That's
Yeah, but
that's
did you think white people would let something like a blown off limb stop them? Like
no.
you know they're gonna invent some shit that's gonna like make up for it.
Yeah, shout out to white people. Nigga, we wouldn't have did nothing. We'd have just had like a wood. We wouldn't even had a prosthetic arm. We would have shit would have been gone, man.
Nah, we would have thrown him in the water.
Look at this shit. How do you move it though? Like, what does it do? Like what does it sense to make you how can you move the finger? That shit is crazy.
It's all in the muscles of the forearm.
Yeah, like the
It reads your
nerves.
yeah, it's all connected.
Oh
Because your
yeah.
forearms is ones that actually control your digits and everything. It's your forearm muscles.
And yeah, since your body still thinks the hand is there, you know what I'm saying? I guess you can tense like it's still there, but and then it can read it could read like the movements of the muscles and the tendons and tell which finger you want to move, you would be trying to move or whatever the fuck.
And this is actually, I mean, not to get really technical and nerdy, but this is only the beginning with Elon Musk Neuralink. You won't even have to like move your forearms. you'll be just thinking about moving that hand, it'll move it.
Just have
Because
to get
that'll
a
be
chip in your
directly,
brain.
yeah.
Yeah, salute to this, man. I'm glad they have this though. This is good though. I'm glad they have this type of stuff.
I know it's great, but why would they waste it on him? I want that on children who were born
Listen,
without
hold on, Pantheon. If he goes to the hospital, the average gangbanger in the United States goes to the best trauma units in the world. The best trauma units in the world are in the most crime-ridden cities because that's where the doctors want a residence. The trauma unit doctors want a residence. The doctors that want to do surgeries on like car accidents and shit like that, and in wartime wounds, they want to go to those cities. So let's not act like they're not getting the top flight surgery.
Privilege.
No, he is in terms of trying to save what's remaining of his arm, but the second stage of the bionic bit, like it's wasted on. Like, why should he get it?
I
He
mean,
might shoot someone.
He didn't even use a firework. Like like what's dynamite going to do on the 4th of July? Like I asked that already. That's not going up in the air. That's literally creating like if he had thrown
people
it.
say he was karma because he was talking about throwing it in people's houses and shit like that.
Yeah, his statement before was saying, "Oh, I'm going to blow some people up. I'm going to blow someone up or something."
Blow your ass up.
What you played earlier. So he blew himself up. So I'm sorry. His intention wasn't good in the first place.
Yeah, this is what he was saying.
The back, I'm blowing a nigga up. Mother blow a nigga up. Fuck wrong with a nigga. Dead homies, nigga. It's the 4th, I'm gonna blow a nigga up. Who wanna get blown up today, nigga? Fuck wrong with a nigga off the back, I'm blowing a nigga up. Stop playing CDs, nigga. I'm throwing them in your house. I'm throwing them at you, nigga. Vernon Avenue, nigga, off the back. I'm blowing your ass up. I'm blowing somebody up today.
No, the somebody.
Pretty explicit.
Somebody was him.
Damn. I mean, like, this is the last video of his hand. Like, literally, think about that. That's the last video of this dude's hand. It's him talking this type of stuff.
Bad intentions.
Just crazy. Crazy. Salute to Savage. He say, sometimes I think low intelligence should be a crime. Sentence for having a mind that's dim as fuck. Shout out to Savage.
Maybe him losing his hand saved someone's head from exploding.
Yeah, no, of course.
That's a possibility. That's definitely a possibility. That, it could save someone's life. Or it could have saved his life. Here's the thing. Maybe he was headed down a path because he's in a beef. He's got beef with a lot of, like, reputable gangs in LA County, in LA.
Really?
Oh, yeah. He's beefing with a lot. In the prison and on the street. And maybe this is because the body just trying to save the body. The mind is trying to save the body. The mind don't care what it got to do to save the body. So the mind may have perceived some danger down the line and said, look, we got to get this dude. We got to, change his ways or get him out the way. And maybe this is the way that they got him out the way. But the mind got his body out of the way. Because the mind is nothing without the body. The body's nothing without the mind. Because this is crazy. Yeah, he fights a lot too. Like this dude's whole thing is fighting. That's his whole persona is fighting. So yeah, damn, that shit crazy, man. This shit sad.
Well, no sympathy from me. So.
Yeah, man, why you so cold, man? I don't understand why you so cold.
No, it's so idiotic. Like I said, it's
complete apathy.
Millennials and up, we all watch cartoons, Cartoon Network, Wile E. Coyote, everyone, Tom and Jerry. Dynamite on cartoons. Once that thing's lit, it's being thrown and you're running. Like, why is this in your hand?
I don't know. I think if he was white, I think Pantheon would be crying.
No,
I think so
I'll
too.
try and find
Hey,
the link of. I think it was
hey,
last year.
what was the
Latino
name?
guy.
Hey,
He
what was
lost
the
his
name of
hands
that
too.
New York Giants dude, Jason Pierre-Paul? Didn't he blow
Yeah,
up his hands? He blew
yeah,
up
he
his fingers
played though,
on
but he only blew off through two
like two.
fingers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
and he played and maybe if 3 fingers, but he still played after that.
yeah,
He won a
right.
Super Bowl after that. He was a contributor, a starter at defensive tackle after that in the NFL. But he's a freak athlete. But here's the thing. Think about that. He came back after that, and I know when that happened, he thought his career was over. I know when that shit happened, he thought his career was over.
Wasn't it over, or does he still play? Or
No, he played. He came back. He came back after that. He blew
yeah,
his
but
hand
I
off,
mean,
and he came
yeah,
back and played.
Yeah, he came
yeah, but
back
it didn't
successfully
work
too.
out though. I thought
No,
it
it
didn't
worked
work
out all
out.
right. No, he had sacks and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, he was a starter in the NFL. Like, yo, think about it, yo. If you blow your fucking hand off and you become a starter, dang, shit. Is that it right there? Yeah.
Yeah, that's some perseverance for sure.
Yeah, that's his shit. He blew his whole shit off. Like he blew 1, 2, 3, and severe. And to look at the burning on the other ones, like that skin don't move right. You can't flex them when you burn like that. You can't flex that skin.
Damn.
I have a link
Regarding
in the
that
back
other
chat
guy,
of another guy, a Dodgers fan blowing his hand up. This time it's an actual firework.
Yeah,
I
see,
think
but
we can
that
play it.
Jason Pierre-Paul, that was enough for me to
Look at his
warn me not
fuse.
to fuck with fireworks.
It's fused. The explosion fused this finger to his palm. Think about
It
that.
looks like one of those
Or skin graft.
mortars.
Maybe it's a skin
Right.
graft. I don't know. Maybe that's a skin graft.
I just
Yeah.
don't think it can be understated how dangerous dynamite is. Like that's a serious weapon. Might as well
Yo,
have had a grenade.
where I'm at, we in the mountains, right? So the highway goes through the mountains. Like you literally see where they smashed the dynamite into the mountain and blew it up, and smashed it into more and blew it up. Like you can see the grooves in the side of the mountain along the highway, because the highway is cut through the mountain where I'm at. And yeah, they blow mountains up with dynamite. Okay? They chisel a hole in that bitch, then they stuff a piece of dynamite in there, blow it up.
Yeah,
And they
same thing
chisel
with
another hole, huh?
building demolitions with TNT and so forth, isn't it? With dynamite.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm sorry if you're
yeah,
holding
but
it. Common sense.
usually the dynamite wick is actually very slow in those cases. This must have been a malfunction somehow.
No,
Dynamite
it's
is
not very
dynamite.
slow. That's not true. That's not true. I gotta because it's not true. It goes faster than you would think. Like it goes like for instance, think about this, right? This guy don't drink or smoke, right? This guy don't he doesn't do drugs, right? This 4 Extra guy. He just works out, right? Somebody was saying that he might not, since he doesn't like things, he might not have been aware. But listen, I don't know what it was, but the fuse, the wick, it goes just like that, like that. You don't have
The minor,
time.
the minor ones, they might be using a special type because I just saw a video. I literally just saw a video like a day
Put
ago.
it in the back
where
chat. Put the video in the back
I would
chat.
have to leave.
Yeah,
I
I have a link in the back chat, Alex.
But in any case, they lit a bunch of them together while they were under the mine, and they walked away. I mean,
Did they put
you know,
extended wick in there? Did they put an extended
I
wick
mean, the
in there?
wick was kind of long, right? It was
Yeah,
kind of
that's
long.
not the wick that comes with it, though. The wick that comes with it is just like an inch or an inch and a half long. Yeah, no doubt. I know what you're talking about. They changed the wick. They take the wick out and put a different wick in there.
Hey, did y'all know that some people invented fireworks?
Of course they
Did
did.
they
They
invent
invented
dynamite?
fire as well.
Yo,
You know
I
what really kind of sucks is not only did he blow up his hand, but if that was his dominant hand, that's gonna really suck. He's
Yeah,
gonna have
you
to get used to.
right-handed. Yeah,
Yeah.
this one Pantheon put in the back chat is it shows exactly how fast it blows. Like soon as you light it, like when I had to set a car on fire,
When you had to set a car on
no, I
fire.
mean it was
Had.
just for a family member. They wanted to they got in a car accident and then they needed to do an insurance claim, so they set it on fire, right? So boom, so I
Sure.
me being the younger, male, that was, it's kind of like got some gasoline, put the gasoline all in the back seat, doused the seats with these were cloth seats. These weren't leather seats; they were cloth seats. Doused the whole thing with gasoline. Stood about 3 feet away from the car. I'm thinking I'm going to light the match and then throw it into the car, and it's just going to smolder on fire, and then it's going to go up in flames. But I didn't know about the fumes, right? So when I doused the car in gasoline,
How
it
much
was
gasoline did you use?
probably a gas tank full. The little
Yeesh.
handheld red thing, the red handheld thing. Um, and lit the match. The second I lit the match, the whole car blew up, hit me, threw me maybe 7 to 10 feet into the brick wall behind me,
What
and
the
I
fuck?
crashed into the brick wall, and my back, boom, and then I just fell crumpled to the ground. And I
Oh,
was like,
this is insane.
and I thought in my mind I was going to strike the match. It was going to be lit, and I was going to throw it in the car, and the car was going to, like in the movie, like it wasn't going to blow. It was going to like just catch on fire, and I was going to leave. And the second I lit the match, the whole thing blew up. Like
That's an incredible story.
when the shit struck because all I remember was striking it on the back of the match pack, and then poof.
Because it seems like a video game. Like that's something that would happen
But
in what I would think would happen in a video game. But okay.
the fumes are in the air. The gasoline fumes are in the air, and they ignite. So it's like, yo, you not knowing stuff can get you hurt seriously. You know what I mean? Not knowing what you messing around with fire and explosives and gasoline and shit like that, that shit can get you hurt, Jack. Bad.
Hey, how many times do you think a bionic finger can pull the trigger? Like, how quick can they unload on the ops with a bionic hand?
I think his days of unloading on the ops are done.
Even with a bionic hand?
Yeah, his gangster days are done.
No. Look, I don't know. I disagree. I strongly disagree.
What if it makes him a bigger gangster?
What, blowing your own hand off, victimizing
Call him
yourself?
like
But
one
you got a
hand
bionic hand. You say you got a
killer.
bionic hand now, right?
I think victimizing yourself is kind of lame. I think that kind of you lose like cool points for victimizing yourself. Like you did that to yourself, so dudes gonna look at you like you a buster in a way.
Facts.
Street dudes, like they not gonna be like, oh, this nigga. They gonna laugh at him. They like his enemies are gonna laugh because they his enemies. I'm not an
But
enemy.
but
So I'm
he's
not
gonna have
laughing.
to step it up. I think he'll be all right. Jokes aside, I honestly think that he'll be all right. He just got to
Oh,
turn it up
he's
a little bit.
alive. When you say all right, that's relative though, Wicked. Of course he's all right. He got another hand. He's living. But I mean,
But I'm
what
talking about this street life shit, this hood
okay.
shit. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, he's a laughing stock.
I mean, he can still pull. He still got the other hand to pull the trigger with, right?
These Sun words, they mock each other all the time anyway. They clown each other anyway.
He's probably
Yeah,
gonna be in a lot of rap songs. This incident.
yeah, definitely. He gonna be the. But listen, regardless of all that, at this point in time, how if that shit happened today, so he in surgery, so he gonna wake up. Because here's the thing: when that shit happened, and he was just sitting there looking at it, the picture of him just sitting there looking at it, that shit ain't set in.
Yeah,
There ain't no
that's
way that shit
delayed
set in
shock.
right there. You can't. This is him, you know what I'm saying? Just staring at what used to be his hand. That shit ain't set in yet, dog. You haven't dealt with it. You haven't grasped it. You haven't come to grips with it. You haven't what's the 12 stages? Acceptance. You ain't nowhere near acceptance. He gotta go through all that. He gotta go through all that regret, anger. He gonna blame people, man. The people who let me sold me the shit, or nigga sold me the defective file, or the nigga, man, my nigga had. Oh, you ain't tell me why y'all had you. You distracted me while I was holding. He gonna blame everybody, and he gotta go through all that. He got a long road ahead of him, Wicked.
Yeah. What if he fully embraces it and gets a hook? And just walks around with a
And
hook,
moves to Somalia.
like Candyman.
It's gonna be those. It's gonna be those little times where he's gonna wake up thinking he has a hand and realize, oh shit, I don't have a hand, or reach for something with that hand and not
He
able to
will come
grab it.
out of surgery and want to scratch his nose with his right hand, and it'll be bandaged. It'll be like, what?
Yeah, when you wake up, think about it, man. He going to the deep sleep surgery, right?
Yeah,
that's a deep sleep. So when he wake up, he might not even remember that what happened. He might just be, oh shit, what the fuck am I? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh yeah, you in the hospital bed, and what happened? Oh, you blew your hand off.
Yeah, whenever I see videos of people like lighting up the mortar and like leaning over it, it's like, whoa, dumb ass.
Yeah.
Can you
He's
play my link
straight.
in the back, Ak, or it can't
No, I can't play that. Hell no, I can't play that. Hell no.
It's just asking.
It'll be an immediate
What happened to
strike.
Kick?
Well, I'm simulcasting though. I can't just show it on one channel. I gotta show the same shit on every channel.
Let me see if there's a blurred version of it.
Yeah, this guy right here.
Does the UK do they blow fireworks like we do in the UK?
So our fireworks day, if you want to call it that, is November the 5th. So
And what's
Guy
the
Fawkes night.
November 5th? And what's the reason y'all do it?
So because they wanted to restructure, get rid of Parliament. The parliamentarians wanted to get rid of royal rule of Parliament. So Guy
Boring.
Fawkes. I know.
Right. Hey,
very political.
Do you know why we do it? Because we got weapons and blue faces off. That's why we do it.
And
shout out to
thought you
Douglas
wanted
Chunk.
from
Man.
us.
Douglas Chunk says,
we let you go on the 4th of July.
Do we want someone that is this low in IQ, and dangerous procreating? That dude probably got like 20 kids, man. Doug, come on, man. That dudes like that got a gang of kids, man.
Hey, you think he had any expensive jewelry on his right hand?
Oh yeah, that's true. All the rings that he got on his left hand, yeah.
I told
all
you,
the rings
obliterated.
Yeah, all
four
the rings.
less has 4 less rings to wear now.
Yeah, let's check out. Let's see. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody on what you call it on YouTube, man. Everybody on X. Make sure you hit the like button, man. Smash the like button, everybody on X. Everybody on X, smash the like button for me.
But what about, man? Fuck this, son, man. Right? What about the doctors working on him? Hats off to them, man. Doing the best they can to do him good. The people doing the right thing. They're like a fly on the wall, man. Nobody gives a fuck about them.
Well, I mean, think about it, man. I mean, this son man comes in, a doctor, like from India or Nigeria surgeon, he gets a chance to work on a wound that he will see in combat, or if he wants to,
Yeah,
or if you want to be a military officer, this gives you a good opportunity to practice on a wound that you'll see in
right. In combat, yeah,
yeah.
100%.
So yeah, they getting good practice with these sunmen in these cities, man. Don't you know what I'm saying? Take that. Don't forget that part.
Yeah, they should be thanking these brothers.
Yeah, getting a lot of good practice on these sunmen, man. These sunmen providing them with fucking great apprenticeships or journeymen.
Yeah, these some men should send them a bill for allowing them the
Yeah,
opportunity
exactly.
to.
And
Exactly,
morticians
man.
as well. A lot of cadavers from
Exactly.
California and New York.
Let's see what's
Mississippi.
happening in the stand, man. Everybody hit the like button, man. Sponsor this show, man.
Yeah,
Support this channel, man.
and buckle up, We about to get
A
into it.
doorbell camera captured the sound of gunfire early Thursday morning. Shorewood officers responding to Bartlett and Wood Place were fired on.
Damn.
Shots fired! Shots fired! I'm hit!
One officer struck in the vest, but not seriously injured. However, other officers found 34-year-old Victoria Truss shot to death outside.
She tried to be the protector of all situations, and I just hate that her life came short because we were supposed to grow old together. I'm gonna miss my best friend.
Her brother, Antonio, says he and Vicky were always close, calling her his right hand.
It's crazy, like the day before she passed away, we was on FaceTime for like an hour, just talking about everything, like as far as like plans.
He seems sweet, man. But
Not Big Tone.
he handled it hella well, ain't he? Jeez.
Before she passed away, we was on FaceTime for like an hour, just talking about everything, like as far as like plans, because I was telling her I wanted her to start her own security business.
Vicky worked security at Metro Market, and Antonio says a special thrill came last year when Football Hall of Famer Jerry Rice visited and posed for a photo with Vicky. Her true passion, though, was her 14-year-old son. Antonio says he's grateful his nephew wasn't home at the time the gunman attacked Vicky. He fears he'd be mourning him today as well. Antonio was aware of tension between Vicky and her boyfriend, the suspected gunman, and he'd been urging her to break up with him, but didn't realize just how dangerous he'd turn out to be.
That guy just went berserk and got to shooting everybody. And I don't know his true motive behind it. Like, I don't think I ever know.
In Shorewood, Nick Ford, WISN 12 News.
Hey.
Yo,
Antonio Truss says the apartment.
Not to digress, Chief, and I'll make it quick, but on burritos on the board, I remember that neighborhood back in the yards. It's the rough neighborhood where the 5 people shot on 48th and I think Justine. That's Don Burritos. And if it's that neighborhood and it's Don Burritos, guarantee one thing: it was a rifle, at least one rifle.
Right, that's crazy.
Well, in that case,
gun violence
Patels
really-
are on the board too, because I just watched a news video where this Patel doctor woman murdered her 4-year-old daughter.
Wow.
Made it look like she drowned, but the autopsy showed that she didn't drown. She actually was suffocated.
Yeah, so the
Gun violence ruins what was supposed to be a happy 4th of July celebration in Atlanta. Atlanta News First anchor Joe Gorcho is live from Atlanta Police Headquarters tonight. And Joe, a woman ended up getting shot.
Carly, and this all took place at the Commons apartment complex in Northwest Atlanta. And we spoke to a man who was there during the shooting, and it sounded like to him like it came from a machine gun. It was that intense and that terrifying, like you mentioned, left a woman shot. And residents tonight extremely distraught on a day that should have been filled with celebration that took a turn that no one expected.
in an area where many kids were playing near bouncy houses.
I seen all them shit. I was scared.
Now deflated, with water bottles scattered all over the grass and empty containers of food left behind in a field surrounded by crime scene tape.
I hear gunshots all the time. It's kind of like music around here. It's normal. It's
like the weather.
Jesus Christ. Yo, Jesus Christ. Yo, niggas be saying some wild shit.
Gunshots all the time. It's kind of like music around here. It's normal. It's just normal to hear gunshots. But not on a day, a holiday where you got all these kids out here. You got the bouncers houses.
Atlanta police officers tell us they arrived late afternoon at the Commons.
That's between niggas. Like, I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. Other than like a mass shooter, white dude that's like got a manifesto sitting on his desk at home, a white dude more than likely ain't gonna shoot up, a bouncy house. A son will shoot up the bouncy house, not because he's shooting up the bouncy house, but because he just don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
It's colorful, dog.
Yeah, it's like the op
So
right
I'm gonna
there.
shoot it.
It's not an op right there. So it's like, yo, the op right there. Yeah, it's a bouncy house right there, but the op right there.
Yeah, and it's very, very consistent across groups, right? Like a glider will go into the bouncy house to delete the children consistently, right? When they do it. But the son, man, and the hombreros, well, like you just said, this is how you described it. It's very consistent,
Yeah. Damn, man. Shooting in a bouncy house, man. Nigga, you crazy.
Atlanta police officers tell us they arrived late afternoon at the Commons in Northwest Atlanta after gunshots sent people into panic during a 4th of July neighborhood celebration.
I thought it was like firecrackers or something, and then, next you know, I heard screaming and everybody running. And
Michael Berrien says he heard around 12 gunshots. Atlanta police says a woman was shot. She was found alert and breathing.
She woke up this morning to go and celebrate the 4th of July, not get shot.
Residents now calling on the violence in their neighborhood to stop.
The violence got to stop, man. Everybody cool. I just want everybody to go home to their family safely.
What if I would have been one of them kids out there?
Certainly a frightening experience
What?
tonight in
What
that
did he say?
neighborhood.
Well said, bro. Well said.
He's no Dr. Umar.
They forgot to say put the guns down. If they had said that, surely things would change.
He basically said that. It was implied.
Jesus Christ, man. Oh, man. Philadelphia.
Tonight, a triple shooting in West Philadelphia now under investigation. Chopper 6 over the 5700 block of Osage Avenue. This around 7 p.m. Police officers found 2 men who had been shot multiple times in their legs. Both were taken to the hospital to be treated. We're told one is in critical, the other said to be in stable condition. A third male victim was later dropped off at a hospital in stable condition. So far, no arrests have been made.
Nothing to see here. This, triple shooting. LL Cool J, he ain't boycotting that. I can tell you that much.
They just hooked up to 7 people.
We begin here at 4:30 with Independence Day festivities right here in America's birthplace. All day today, there have been plenty of those parades and celebrations across the Delaware Valley.
But what is the 4th of July without some delicious food? Nothing smells like the smell of the grill.
Love it.
Action News' John Paul spent the afternoon in Fairmount Park, where families are kicking off a nice long weekend with some nice weather. Good afternoon.
Hey, look, I got to tell you, I think I found the biggest family barbecue maybe in the city of Philadelphia. This is the Hayward Family Barbecue, and I'm going to show you some of the stuff they're cooking up here. So we got some pulled pork. We got the Grill Father right here. This is Mike, the man, the myth, the legend. He's got that going, but that's not all. Let me take you over to the smoker. What do we got in the smoker here? Check out what we got going here. We've got chicken right here. And if you thought that was it, you're wrong, because we got this over here. Now, never mind the hat that he's wearing. Let's pull this open and take a look at this. We've got ribs inside here. Now, I told you this is one of the biggest family barbecues in Philadelphia. This is the 51st year they've been doing it. Every 4th of
All
July.
right, Philly. Come on, Philly. Come on, Philly. It's a cookout, man. It gotta be something. Yeah. It gotta be something at a cookout. You gotta be able to go to a cookout and find something, dog.
I wonder how many people have died over the 51 years.
Oh shit. Plenty,
Immediately
man.
related to
This is what Fairmount Park looks and sounds
Over
like.
under
It's
51.
Independence Day, and it's one of those days that we just cherish and hang out with family and have a good time.
You got to start bringing the unity back. You
Yeah,
know
we
what
got
I'm saying? It's
Cook
not
County
just
in
about the
the back.
holiday, but a chance for everybody to be off of work, enjoy ourselves, sit back, get on the grill, do what we do best.
Families and friends set up tents, chairs, and grills to enjoy the perfect weather and forget about the world for a while.
All of that stuff is in the back of our mind. We'll worry about that tomorrow.
The Hayward family has been holding this gathering in Fairmount Park for 51 years now. They've got it down to a science: 25 racks of ribs, chicken, pork shoulders, corn. But this year might be a little different with city workers on strike and no trash being picked up.
When we're done, we usually just pile everything up and leave it here. So, but we don't know how long it's going to sit here now.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Yikes.
You're not gonna
Crazy.
take it with you.
He literally said that like it was
No shame.
a horrible thing. Jesus Christ. Black people, come on, man. You supposed to know you ain't supposed to say nothing like that, man. With a smile on your face, man. While the dude's doing a report on your family, man. Come on, man. Shout out to Deluxe 247, aka Cal Ripken, aka the real MVP, coming through once again. Shout out to Zoo. He says, for Pantheon is right. No technology for this proto. Jesus Christ. Feel like, man, a proto, man. What's wrong with y'all, man? Damn. Salute to Savrix, man. Savrix says the input-output circuitry from our brain sends the electrical signals to the Iron Man arm. Theoretically, you can assign a thought avenue to a device. I don't know if that's how it works, Savrix. I think it worked like just from the tendons in your arm.
I would say that that's two different methods you could get it to work. Probably very different.
Yeah. Man, this goddamn son, man, he just pissed me off talking about some, yeah, we just usually put the trash over here. Leave it.
Shoulders, corn. But this year might be a little different with city workers on strike and no trash being picked up.
When we're done, we usually just pile everything up and leave it here. So, but we don't know how long it's going to sit here now.
Yeah.
Because of the strike.
That could be a problem today. But the families here plan to enjoy themselves either way and try to help any way they can.
Today, we're making sure we're keeping our trash
I feel like
what I would
we
say
close.
is white people would have said, okay, there are no rubbish collectors. We're going to have one bag of compost and biological waste.
Dumpster. We're going to rent a dumpster. The white people.
Yeah, and then the second one will be actual waste.
pickup truck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
somebody take
ridiculous.
that shit to the land somewhere. Yeah, they wouldn't leave that shit right there. But the black dudes saying that even when it's no strike, they just leave it there.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
maybe
Doesn't
there's
affect
a
them.
designated thing, usually at the end.
Just leave your trash in the park. Yeah, that shit is insane, dog.
They're leaving it next to a fucking tree.
Okay, I
Some
would have
people dropped
assumed
off a
like
trash
a
bag
car
this
park
morning, but
designated.
we have our own, and we're going to take it with us when we leave.
But today is just about all the fun. We got a kickball game underway right now. I mean, look, they're just having a blast out here. The weather couldn't be better. There's around the bases. But yeah, this has got to be one of the biggest family barbecues. And I got to get out of the way before I get hit. We'll send it back to you in studio, Tam.
Get on in there and play, John. Now, sadly, to some new information on a murder mystery unfolding in Northeast Philadelphia. Someone gunned down a 15-year-old boy and dumped his body in a driveway. Now detectives are trying to figure out who killed this child and why. Action News reporter Brianna Smith joins us now live with what we know so far. This one just hurts your heart on a number of levels.
No, it doesn't.
Tam, we're outside the 15th Police District, which is literally down the street from where that crime unfolded. Police are still searching for the suspects and their vehicle. Today, we learned the name of the victim, and we also spoke to residents who say this incident is unusual for their quiet, family-oriented neighborhood.
I'm scared, and I don't want to be. No one wants to live in their house being afraid.
Residents like Angela Smith Ali remain worried as police search for the suspects who killed 15-year-old Rashid Lynch and dumped.
It's rough in Philly, Jack.
Yo, what's good?
What's happening? What's cracking, man?
Ain't not much, man. Philly doing their thing, huh?
Yeah, living up to their reputation.
His body in a rear driveway in Northeast Philadelphia on Thursday.
15, he had his whole life ahead of him.
Officers arrived to the 6300 block of Revere.
He had more bodies to catch, man.
You'd say dead by 20. Like, no.
Yo, he had more bodies, bro. He only had 3 motherfucking hats. He at least was gonna die with 8.
Right. This damn son, man, had to kill him and ruin his future, man. Damn.
6:30 p.m., where they found Lynch on the ground near this shed.
47 has an approximately 20-year-old male, CSW to the chest, unresponsive.
Police say he was shot in the chest, shoulder, and lower back.
According to at least one witness, they saw a white vehicle, a sedan, push this 15-year-old out of the passenger side of the vehicle, where he ended up laying on the driveway.
Smith Ali, who has lived in the neighborhood for 25 years, says she's never seen this type of violent crime on her street.
It was very upsetting.
You know what's even sick about this is those was his friends
Yeah.
that pushed him out that car.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Like that wasn't like no mafia or some shit or some, you know what I'm saying, cartel. They kill somebody, they drag them, then they throw them out. Nah, that was with friends. They was probably in a stolen car, going to go shoot up somebody. They probably accidentally shot him or he got shot on the head, and they threw his ass out right there.
Osa, are you a cop?
Nah, not awesome.
It's
That's
crook.
That's another black dude, man. They all sound the same.
Oh,
It's scary.
Is that Fisherman?
That someone
Y'all
could
racist,
get into your
man.
neighborhood, do something like that, and then leave, like with not feeling bad about it.
Smith Ali says now she's concerned about her community's safety and for Lynch's family, who lost their loved one.
Whatever happened, no one deserves to lose their life and just be dumped in a block that you don't even live here.
Debatable.
Could have taken him home at least.
Police are working to determine a motive.
What I
They
want to
also
say
said
is she said, oh, it's a quiet neighborhood, nothing like that ever happens. I think once you start having at least 3 like 13 to 18-year-olds, it's just because it hasn't happened yet, not that it doesn't happen.
No, she's probably lying too, or she's probably just omitting. There's no way she's from a block in Philly and she says nothing like this ever happened.
Yeah, I mean, if she has gremlins
Exactly.
in the neighborhood, it happens.
She's been there for 25 years. The news says she's been there for 25 years.
She's definitely lying.
Gremlins in the area.
Yeah.
Look, she said this rarely happens, meaning like Fran getting killed and Fran's throwing him out of a fucking stolen car. That probably haven't happened in 10 years.
Yeah, or her witnessing in that. Yeah, like or her being in the know of it, because that happens. She probably just never knows about it when it happens. This is the first time she was aware of a time where somebody threw a 15-year-old, because the last time was probably a 16-year-old. Last time it was probably not thrown out of it. So they probably threw him out the left side. This time they threw out the right side.
Right. It's something bullshit like that. It's real technical that it ever happens.
Yeah, that shit happens all the time in Philly. This woman is crazy, man.
Growing frustration tonight with juvenile crime as police say another group of teens
This is too
is
low.
responsible for.
This one's too low. That shit ain't no wild enough. Look at what's going on in DC, man. DC, man. This is DC, the DC rap scene.
Today, God would be killed, and
And we will also get into Lincoln Heights youngin arrested for shooting celebrity chef. The first topic we will get into is Lincoln Heights youngin arrested. Recently, police would make an arrest in a November 2024 robbery shooting that injured celebrity chef Tobias Dorzan. And the suspect who would be arrested is a twin from Lincoln Heights named Wick, and he has a twin brother who goes by Top. Wick can be seen in this picture with some of his men, and this was around the time courtside Ja would be killed, and Jake would declare war on DC after the passing of Ja. The arrest on Wick from Lincoln Heights would say, a suspect in the November 2024 shooting and robbery that resulted in the injuries of 2 individuals, including celebrity chef Tobias Dorzan, has been apprehended and is currently held without bail. 21-year-old Devin Spivey faces 18 charges, including attempted first-degree murder. According to police, Spivey is one of 5 suspects in the case, while the remaining 4 remain at large. Spivey was apprehended on Friday following the execution of a search warrant. The location data obtained from Spivey's white Infinity EX35 device indicated his presence at the shooting scene. Court records reveal that police utilized Spivey's cell phone records, which matched the victim's paperwork because of drugs and guns he showed on the live. 5 years. Before his sentence, Wardy would show
They got whole channels dedicated to just the fuckery of the drill rappers in DC.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Just like they had in Chicago with academics. That's what
the next topic we will get into is JG Wardy jail updates. Recently, pictures would surface of Fox 5 leader JG Wardy thugging hard, and this would be after Wardy was sentenced to 35 years. Before his sentence, Wardy would show Instagram that he is still taking care of his kids, even while basically facing a life sentence. People would also believe Wardy can come home on appeal saying, I just look at JG Wardy paperwork. That nigga got locked up for weed and perks. Not even fake perks with fent in it. That made coming home on appeal. They tried to throw that gang enhancement bullshit on him like it's Cali, saying he's a ringleader as well. His name was connected to shootings with no evidence. Basically, the feds taxed him on gang leader, and his in cooperation to rat on anyone but the time don't fit the crime. Definitely coming home in within 5 to 10 or less.
Yeah, we need him in our
live,
community.
Wardy can be heard dragging on his ops. And this live would also be used against him in paperwork because of drugs and guns he showed on the live. The streets would react to JG Wardy.
Free him, please.
Jeez. He got 25 years. Oh, yeah, I know this nigga. This look familiar. I can't remember the name.
He'll do a couple programs and get out in 10.
Primo.
Whoa. This shit crazy. Like, once drill music take over your city, man, it's like, yo.
It gets more violent, right?
It creates so many more gangsters than it already is. Because these rap crews, everybody want to be around the rap crew. Every rapper want to be real. It creates more gangsters, more residual conflicts between the rap crews and all this shit. And this shit going on in the streets. This ain't even really like the street shit. This the rap shit.
I hop out, bump
Same
the dick, I get on one knee, hit a nigga ass,
Niggas black church and getting it free Let's go. Come on, man.
Pockets busting too. A Murray James busting. You niggas broke as shit. Oh God. Oh God, you niggas broke as shit.
Is he just shit talking his chat right now?
You niggas scared as shit. You niggas keep bluffing like y'all on that. You niggas ain't on nothing. You know you niggas not living like that.
Man, don't do drugs.
You know you niggas I ain't signing to nothing. Make that shit right here.
He's
I
a
ain't
stout
signing
little
to
guy.
nobody. Right here. I ain't signing to no nigga in the city, nothing. Unless that nigga yo Gotti or Goo out. Nah, I ain't signing to Gucci. You know some skinny shit.
Niggas always talking, these niggas ain't killing. I ain't your old head nigga. I hopped out pumping that drink, man. Let's go, come on.
Hey, we all jamming. We all jamming.
Let me say it over. Let me say that part over.
Yo.
These niggas be having.
They talking about niggas. They talking about Gucci be scamming.
Crazy, yo. That niggas is doing 25 years in prison now, and that's what he was doing when he was out here. Jeez.
Is there any other race that uses such
No.
derogatory terms for themselves?
No.
Like I heard the N word like 30 times within that 3-minute frame. Like it was crazy how much they use that.
No, there's no other race like this, man. We the only ones, man. We the only ones. Nobody even close to us, man. Wow. Look at
It is a shocking crime.
Hey,
Even more shocking.
imagine if gliders had never called suns the sun word. What would they say? What would their vocabulary consist of?
Damn. That super chat, right? Before you came on, I was watching that video. That's pretty insightful, bro, with the WNBA. Is that true, man? Are they really shooting themselves in the foot?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Bless you.
Definitely. Salute to
That
Eric
shit's
Boatwright.
hilarious, dude.
He says, "Ak, what's up? I just watched your most recent video. The W is so poorly ran and the players make it worse. They could be rich if they had better leadership." Yeah, man. Facts, man.
It's like they don't want that money.
More videos
Nah,
coming
they couldn't be rich.
tomorrow, too.
They couldn't be rich.
Man,
Nobody
nah,
wants
that
that.
WNBA shit sad, bro. Like,
Yeah.
them motherfuckers will take 10 steps forward and take 2,000 steps back. They are annoying and
They're
unbearable
dangerous.
people.
Right.
What I think is it's a case study in female nature, like how much it is just
emotions.
Well,
And lesbians too.
Yeah, it's DNA. It's DNA.
Yeah, right, for
And
sure.
they can't work together. They can't get along.
They're emotional.
Get, you know what I mean? Like they need men to shepherd them.
They lie all the time.
Yo, Crook, did you see the video that the chat's talking about? The super chat?
No, I haven't seen it. No.
You should go see it when you get a chance. It's on Ag Nation TV. Subscribe.
Yeah, salute.
Oh shit! I see now.
He says, Ak, you have to do a video on Sid Colson trying to bend CCO.
Yeah, they try to turn you out. It's just what they do.
Hey, I didn't. Why
their
that girl
culture.
look so? Why that girl look so old? How old is she? Yeah, how old is she? She look old as fuck.
She's like 35 or something.
Bro,
She's
she
old.
looks fucking 40 something. Jesus.
Who's that?
She's older than me. She's old.
She a vet. Yeah, she old. She got bags under her eyes.
It is a shocking crime made even more shocking by who police say is behind it. Santa Fe police arrest a group of teens for beating up a pregnant woman. News 13's Annalisa Pardo talked with police about what happened.
A trip to Burger King ending in violence and injury for Santa Fe family. Santa Fe police say on Wednesday morning, a group of 5 minors ages 12 to 16 came into the Burger King and started causing trouble, one even pulling down his pants.
By initial appearances, looks like they were possibly under the influence of something.
After a father asked him to stop, one of the minors threw a cup of ice at him. Police say the pregnant mother then said something to the teens when 3 of them started kicking and beating her up before taking off and possibly dumping a gun that was on them nearby.
The youth is getting violent a lot younger now. Used to be, we used to see this maybe with
wake up.
older kids closer to 17. But now it's a lot younger. We're seeing a lot of juvenile crime, starting when they're 11, 12 years old.
The pregnant mother was taken to the hospital.
So is this on Burritos or is this Santa Fe?
This is Sons.
This is Santa Fe, but the context clues, man, is awfully sunny.
Damn. Jesus Christ, man. Everybody hit the like button, man. Wherever you at, support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, with the super chat.
That'd be a great one, Ike, to see if we could find out what they were, because I'm curious. I mean, but you gotta bet on black, but they could be on burritos. Let's keep it real.
I think they might be on burritos because I think New Mexico has a very low population of Sons, doesn't it? Like 3%.
Nah, there's Sons there though. What did I say? 10%. That's all you need.
Salute to Barry B, man. Barry B is in the building. Barry B in the building.
I hope they can find solace ultimately in the fact that these men will never breathe free air again.
53 people found dead in or near a tractor trailer on the side of a San Antonio road. Today, a bit of justice. 2 significant sentences handed down today by a U.S. District Court judge. 3 years to the day of the deadliest human trafficking tragedy in U.S. history.
Those 53 people, one of whom was pregnant, were found on Quintana Road. 2 men who were part of that human smuggling organization learned they will spend the rest of their lives in prison.
Our Erica Hernandez at the hearing today. Our camera's not allowed in federal court, but she tells us what the judge had to say to those defendants.
One by one, U.S. District Judge Orlando Garcia read the names aloud of all 53 victims as the sentencing hearing began for 2 of the several men responsible for their deaths. Back in March, Armando Gonzalez Ortega and Felipe Orduna Torres were found guilty of being part of the human smuggling organization that left 67 people suffering in the back of a tractor trailer that had a broken cooling system. 53 people died as a result. Judge Garcia called it, quote, the most horrific offense I've seen in my 31 years on the bench.
You saying wake up?
Yes, I am.
Why you keep saying that?
Literally, the guys do not notice when you fall asleep.
What are you talking about? Who's asleep?
The judge then sentenced both men, Gonzalez
Think about this dude. He killed 53 people in the fucking tractor trailer, smuggling them into America.
I don't think he killed them.
Did he kill or did they pay to cross the border?
I think the white American laws killed him. If we had open borders, they wouldn't have to go through this.
That's true. True. If Kamala had won, that would have been the narrative. Facts. Wow.
And saved
way,
by
did
complete
you,
strangers, police say bystanders came to a woman's rescue after she was assaulted on a J-train platform at the Norwood Avenue station. The incident was caught on video and has since gotten millions of views on TikTok. Christy Kalishian heard from the victim's family and witnesses. And a warning to our viewers, this video may be disturbing to some.
I had no other choice but to interfere to see what the situation was.
Rondell Whitfield was on his way to church Sunday morning when he says he witnessed this, captured by a witness and posted on TikTok. You can hear a 20-year-old woman screaming as police say a man in white is seen grabbing her. Witnesses around yelling at the man to let her go.
I said, brother, please just let the lady go. You know what I'm saying? Let the lady go. He's like, no, he just started being real barbaric. Like, I never seen nothing like that in my life.
Police say she managed to escape his
Savage.
grip as at least 5 people, including Whitfield, held him down. They stayed with the man, who police identify as 42-year-old Frederick Marshall of Queens, charged with 2 counts of third-degree criminal possession of a weapon, third-degree assault, and second-degree harassment. The woman's mother, who doesn't want to be identified, was able to rush over and says he didn't resist officers when he was later arrested.
She was just saying, "Mom, he's trying to take me. He's trying to take me." And I'm like trying to run to her as fast as I can. But when I got to the train station, the MTA clerk had her in the booth safe.
The witness who took the video, which now has at least 5 million views on TikTok, only going by Juan, tells us in Spanish, there are still people with a good heart who help those in need. You can't watch and do nothing. It could.
Jesus Christ, Juan don't even speak fucking English, man. The fuck? Salute, man, to Juan, man. Still salute to Juan.
He didn't want to be identified because he's illegal.
Yeah, man, this shit is crazy, man. Fucking Juan and shit. 1987, Memphis race relations.
Tonight we begin an examination of a house still divided. It's a study of race relations in Memphis. It's an issue that affects each and every one of us, and one that touches so many other issues, ranging from crime to education. Here are Bob Allen and Esme Murphy, who've been working on this series.
Jerry, our purpose is to find where Memphis stands on the issue of race relations and where we are headed and what might be done to improve our future. Of
We have talked to people who are well known, but mostly we have sought out those who are not in the public eye. Tonight, we begin with an examination of attitudes. How is it that we, as blacks and whites, feel about each other?
Dun, dun, dun.
7 minutes before 7, 6:53. It's sun coming up. Gonna be a nice day today.
In the early morning, as coffee is poured, people in the Mid-South begin their days. For most blacks and whites, those days begin separately, in different neighborhoods, in different parts of town. Later, black and white paths will likely cross in the workplace or perhaps in a shopping area. But while paths may cross, in many cases, they never meet.
What do you think about the progress of race relations in the city of Memphis?
They stopped in 1960. Minority, but that minority ain't worth a dime.
A movement that gave black Americans the legal right to an equal share in American life has left many white Mid-Southerners feeling they are now the ones who are discriminated against.
I have you on Zoom. You are leaning sideways.
Jesus Christ, man.
Got you on a microscope, boy.
Once
Yeah.
you start
no more
morphing with the
leaning.
brick wall, I have to check you.
Yeah, no
Because
more
the other
leaning.
guys on the panel will let you sleep.
Yo, hey, that
I'm watching
number
the
for
video.
that. Hey, that number for that mass shooting that's happening with the Mombritos is at 7 now, y'all.
It happened tonight?
Yeah, I was telling
Yeah,
about it
it's
earlier.
coming out right. It's coming out right now. Yeah.
That happened yesterday.
Nah, tonight they lit up the Rastas, right? The Rastas.
Yeah, that's
got lit
that
up.
area for sure. Hey, but check this out. Would I be surprised if it was Sons though?
Nah, look, Crook. They said they found 2 rifles or rifle casings. That was on video.
Oh, okay. All right.
To get a job, you have to be black. To get any kind of aid,
Did you hear this in 1987? You hear this woman saying, to get a job, you have to be black? In 1987?
But Memphis was already gone by 87, right?
Yo, that's crazy, yo, because like they was telling us that, you have to try 3 times as hard.
10 times?
But by 87,
But it sounds
though, Memphis was done, right? I mean, 87 is kind of knee deep in shit already. You know what I mean?
I tell y'all this right now though. Memphis is so black that they didn't let the Gliders didn't let the Suns take over their entire downtown to the point where every street down there is named after Suns, and it's not even like political Suns. It's
what do you
shit.
mean?
That shit like BB King Boulevard and shit. Like that shit crazy.
Samuel Jackson Avenue.
Bro, real talk. Like
they gave one to Elvis. He wanted to be a
bro,
son.
Bro, Elvis is like on a different side of town, but they entire downtown is literally named after like black folks, like BB King, MLK, Malcolm X, uh, another jazz singer that got a main role down there.
Louis Armstrong.
Is it? It's something like that. It's one of
Did
them
he went to
motherfuckers.
Juicy J? No.
Not yet, but the main role probably gonna be Young Dolph Boulevard.
Oh, it needs to be, bro. Dolph was the man. 100 shots. 100 shots. How the hell you gonna miss 100 shots? My fault, Chief. I can't. Yo, I wake up.
I'm waiting for y'all. Are y'all ready to move on?
Discriminated against.
To get a job, you have to be black. To get any kind of aid, any kind of help, any kind of support, you have to be black.
The only minority left is the white men. I think everybody else is doing everything they can for blacks, for women, for people who were previously considered minorities, and they've completely left out the white male.
Most blacks we spoke with disagree.
We do have a long way to go because things still aren't equal. We're losing more of what we gain slowly every day. You know.
We found the levels of resentment have a lot to do with how barriers have fallen. In neighborhoods like Midtown, where blacks and whites both choose to live, we found far less resentment than communities like Fraser and Whitehaven, where busing forced the races together.
When I look back and I think what all I had to give up for, for the kids to be put in a different school, private school, with a school only 2 blocks away from us, it left me kind of bitter.
Bitter towards blacks?
Toward blacks, toward the system.
But for every expression of resentment, we also found one of progress.
When white policemen walked down the street, blacks were obligated to almost drop their heads. When you couldn't use the restroom, the water fountain. So obviously, we've come so far from.
That's a fucking lie. That was a fucking lie.
Yeah, he went straight to the water fountains too. Like he just made the first thing up. It's like, oh yeah, and the water fountains.
The water fountains is true, but when the white cop roll down the street, blacks gotta drop their head. When? Where? Who the fuck? When? What video have we seen supports that?
Well, they were criminals, so they didn't want the cops to see their face.
Right.
I have a dream. My 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content
Yeah, you
of
know
their
what's weird?
character.
But while there has been progress, Benjamin Hooks and many other blacks and whites say it falls far short of Martin Luther King's dream. Because it is here in Memphis that King was assassinated, many blacks and whites feel we have a special responsibility to fulfill that dream.
But there are others who
MLK
feel that
put
because
Ox
this
to
city
sleep.
is the site of his death, we are more harshly criticized when it comes.
You up?
Man. Yeah.
Nah.
All right, we got some KFC.
So the shit that's weird to me is how they fucking always in Memphis or whatever, they always try to use MLK, but like all the pro blacks were against MLK then. Like they literally was like fighting for that motherfucker not to come to Memphis the time he died. Like they didn't want him there. He was a sellout. But like they always try to act like they was fucking like MLK died here and like motherfucker, you was begging. They was like literally begging like the main black leaders in Memphis, like don't allow that coon motherfucker to come here.
Wow. That's crazy.
Did you ever look at Judge Joe Brown explain like that whole shit, like MLK? The fact that they moved him from like so the NAACP in Memphis at the time, the leaders they had a meeting about MLK coming to Memphis, and it was like it ended in a fist fight, of course, because we don't have no impulse control, and they ended up allowing MLK to come anyway, but the local blacks that had money, they refused to fund his visit. So he was supposed to stay downtown Memphis at like this real fancy hotel. But since they didn't pay for it, they put a little bit money together and they sent him to the Lorraine Hotel. At the time, the Lorraine Hotel was a hotel that used to be like known for prostitution.
Oh, well, he was right at home then.
Right.
Well,
But I'm just saying, it wasn't like a uppity place. It was like the
what's
whorehouse.
it
You know what I'm
called?
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Why
like
was he a sellout though? Like why they called him a sellout for?
they call him a sellout because he was more like, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't with violence, and he was more like, you know what I'm saying, uh that peaceful shit. They weren't with that peaceful stuff because you know why MLK was there, right? Why he was coming in Memphis. Do y'all know why
No,
he was going to Memphis?
There was some
do a
strike going on
speech.
or something, right?
It was the strike, yeah, the garbage truck, the garbage man, the garbage people strike. And that was that whole in Memphis was the reason MLK was there to, that sign that say I am a man.
Yes.
Yeah, that was that strike. They were striking because they wanted equal pay as the whites, as the garbage truck people.
Looking back, that phrase "I am a man." When I first saw that, I was like, "What is that?" I was curious, and it was one of the
Right.
first times I was like, "Oh, this is all bullshit, isn't it?" Because it was just
Yeah,
so fucking
it was
ridiculous.
bullshit because all they wanted so they had got their raise or whatever, the blacks did, but they wasn't able to be in leadership roles. So they had started a strike saying like, hey, we want, what I'm saying, we want management positions and we want this pay, we want that pay. So they went on strike. MLK was coming in to do that whole Ben Crump role, what I'm saying, do a press conference and do all his talking points and all the other shit about blacks being equal and da, 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 da. And the local NAACP leaders was pissed that they even reached out to MLK because they felt like they had it handled. So that's why that motherfucker was in the Lorraine Hotel, because they didn't want him there.
Perfect place to take him out.
Yeah, and they moved his room. I don't know how true this is, but Judge Joe Brown said it. They said they moved his room from the other side that didn't have like the what I'm saying, a balcony to the balcony
I've
on
heard that
purpose.
too. I've heard that his room was moved.
I think he's gone again.
Ark, wake up!
He's not in the frame.
I told you once he starts morphing into the.
Hey, go ahead, man. You could we could take over the channel, man. What you got, man?
Yeah,
How
you
you
did a
doing?
good job listening. Thanks.
Yo, super chat make Ak stand up. If y'all super chat, I gotta
Hey,
stand up.
I gonna have to do that shit that we had to do in the academy, bro. Motherfuckers fall asleep. Go to the back of the fucking classroom and stand up the whole time.
Right, $20.
Stand
I
up
gotta
and
do a
shake
show
both
standing
your
up.
hands, since you have them.
What do you think about that? You will do that? You do a show standing up if they super chat?
Do a show standing up. It's not necessary, man.
Oh shit!
Raise both your hands. Show 4
I'm fine.
extra.
Hey, you got to do 20 jumping jacks. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. May I help you, please? Thank you. Have a nice day. Come again, please. May I help you, sir? That'll be 436. Thank you, sir. Have a nice day. Come again, please.
Did we already see this?
Yeah, we've seen it. The very clean McDonald's.
Whack Arnold's.
Shout out to those girls, man. They represented their race very well. They were a credit to their race.
Hell yeah, they was like good little. They were polite, friendly, happy. Now it'd be like, what you want? We ain't got that. That's broke.
The ice cream machine is broken.
You can go someplace else then. Fuck.
Hey, did you guys hear about the prosecutors for Carmelo Anthony dropping all charges now? Because they
Hell
found
I
out
no.
heard
some new
that.
stuff.
No.
Hell
Yeah,
no.
they
I ain't
found out some
heard
new
that.
stuff. They heard Jeff Metcalf dropping the N bomb on a
Oh.
TikTok
You know
video.
that was AI, right?
Yeah, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Are you serious right now? You believe that, or you just
You
being
think that was
trolling?
real?
You trolling,
That shit
right?
wasn't real. That shit sounded real as
Nah, it
hell.
wasn't
Are you
real. This is
serious?
What
What
would
was
that
the
have to?
thing with his parents?
Like the judicial system don't work like that, right? Like somebody just dropped the N bomb, and then they be like, "Oh, that negates the crime." Like,
Nah. I was fucking around with that, but I thought that was
uh,
real though, because the way she said, the way she called him a racist, and I mean that seemed like that would be a proper response. But he was just so mad about it. He's like, well, fuck it then, and he said
Yeah,
it.
I
motherfucker,
mean, if
they
you've
called
been
me a
following the
racist.
case, you would know that he's the opposite. He's a little fuzzy.
What was the thing with his parents losing money or making his case worse?
They received 500,000 in
Nah,
donations, and now
the
they,
lead
yeah,
attorney broke that down a very interesting way that I didn't really think about because I don't be thinking like a lawyer, but he made a lot of sense about how they fucked up the entire case by hiring y'all boy, whatever his name is.
And by kicking out Jeff. When they kicked him out of
That's what
that
he was
thing,
saying.
that
That's
was
what
a
he was saying.
bad move.
That's what he was
Ah,
saying. He was saying that moment right there added 10 to 15 years or 10 to 20 years
Many
to
of you
his
were
sentence.
surprised at a point that I made in my last video on how Carmelo
Yeah, it's a good video.
Anthony's family has actually costed Carmelo extra years in prison. So many extra years. You wanted me to expound on that further because you had not heard anyone make that point. Well, that's why I'm here. I'm giving you the perspective, not of a YouTuber reacting to news, but of an attorney who's practiced for more than 20 years. This is behind the scenes info. So let's get to it. Now, let me explain on how Carmelo's mother basically sentenced her own son Carmelo to an extra 10 to 30 more years in prison and what she can do about it
Stepmother?
now to try to fix it. I explained in my last video that Carmelo's mother apparently hired a family spokesperson, one Dominique Alexander. This Dominique calls himself a minister of justice, whatever that is. Dominique is a convicted felon. He's alleged to have beaten his girlfriend. Then he got a new girlfriend. And when that girlfriend left out of the apartment, the good minister grabbed that woman's 2-year-old baby and shook him until that baby got brain damage. The good minister pled guilty in that case to felony charges and was in prison. Now, this is the man that Carmelo's mom chose to speak on Carmelo and the family's behalf. The good baby shaking minister. The minister did exactly what you would expect a convicted felon to do when handling Carmelo's case. He absolutely destroyed it. How? He ostracized the most important person in Carmelo's case. Now, who is that? Is that the judge? No. Is that the prosecutor? No. The most important person alive in Carmelo's case is actually Jeff Metcalf, the father of the young man that Carmelo Anthony killed, Austin Metcalf. The father, Jeff Metcalf, is the linchpin to Carmelo's entire future. Let me tell you that in a murder case where the victim is gone, the case lives on through the victim's next of kin. When a parent has to bury his child, everyone looks to that parent to gauge how to react. Judges consciously and subconsciously look at the parent's facial expression when they're testifying on the witness stand. Prosecutors run all their plea offers through the parents. Reporters knock on the parents' doors for statements, and they aim their cameras at the parents when the verdicts drop. And the jurors, oh my goodness, the jurors hang on every word of the parents, notice every little movement, every gesture. In this case, Jeff Metcalf, the father, is not just a spectator in the case, he's the conscience of the entire community. If you win Jeff, you win all the sympathy. But if you alienate him, you can go to prison for life. Now, months ago, Jeff Metcalf, the father, he did something unthinkable. Reporters, as they always do, shoved a microphone in this grieving father's face and asked him, "How do you feel about this Carmelo Anthony?" Do you know what he said? Jeff Metcalf said, and I quote, "You know what? I've already forgiven this person. Already. Now, that is amazing. It's amazing that Jeff would have the strength to do that, because I would be incapable of that. The maturity, the wisdom, the strength, I just would not have it. Now, that baby shaking minister is not going to know this, but when a father makes a statement like that, a statement of forgiveness, the entire Carmelo team has to drop everything. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Your entire legal strategy has to change. I can tell you as an attorney that you call an emergency meeting with all the lawyers, all the family, maybe PR consultants if the family has means for that. You bring everyone together to get them on the same page and let them know that this case will revolve around one person, Jeff Metcalf, the father.
I'm
So
dreaming,
when
man. He
Carmelo's
dreaming
mother
about the
heard
trial.
what Jeff said about her son, what do you think that this lady did? She
So what I
handed the
think happened,
microphone
you
at
know
a
what I
press
think happened?
conference.
Peep this out, Cook County. Let me tell you what happened. He knows that the race card is not accepted everywhere like it used to. Race card used to be accepted everywhere. Now it's only accepted at certain locations, right? So what he's doing is the lead attorney is doing. He's trying to get blacks to understand that, like, yo, you got to behave yourself. You got to comport yourself in a proper manner. You can't just act like assholes and then say, man, they be racist and get what you want. You gotta
Yeah, he's
start.
saying that. He's saying that, and is a little bit deeper too, because he also breaks down certain cases where you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers kill someone in cars or kill someone and stab him, but they show like this type of remorse, or they, you know what I'm saying, they was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go. Like Dante Stallworth, he breaks that one down. So I mean, if you keep watching it, you'll see it, but it's kind of, you know what I'm saying, it's lengthy. But he was saying that you had an opportunity to, you know, draw at the heartstrings, and you shitted on your opportunity.
Yeah, the optics and the optics of them kicking out Jeff are just awful because they asked him to leave. Like, what did he do? He left. What did Carmelo do?
Yeah, but how is that going to change what the jury says? If they're smart, they'll put the right people or try
Well,
their best to put the right people on the jury.
the idea is that the father is like he's the energy behind the case. Like if he's gonna really he could really push forward things, even politically speaking. Like he has a lot of power and influence.
If the
Yeah,
right
but
people are, if the right people are on the jury, just the way that the right people are on OJ's jury, nothing they did is going to matter.
Yeah, jury selection is probably the most important part of the legal process.
yeah, facts. Let's see what else is going on, man. Uh, wow. Everyone hit the like button. Everyone out there in YouTube land, here, take a second to hit the like button, man. Smash the like button. Um, that's a rough week for Milwaukee.
Hit the like
Let's
button
see.
with your right hand because you still have them.
Yikes.
And don't play with
Damn, bro.
dynamite. It's not fireworks.
Damn. Damn.
To love playing with the half sticks and the quarter sticks. You know what I'm talking about?
Damn. Jeez. I also, Fancy, I'm ashamed of you, man. I'm surprised you saying that stuff about that guy, man. That is
Heartless.
ugly, man.
It's in poor taste.
Yeah, man. That shit is ugly,
Giving you
man.
physical thumbs up with both my hands, Zach, right now.
Damn. No, I'm serious. Like, I'm shocked. Like that you would be like that callous, man. Where's your female? Have you lost your female? Your motherly.
Your
It's
irrational empathy.
From watching
Motherly to
act.
that's a crippled blood gangbanger. Absolutely not.
I mean, what is he gonna do out when he gets kicked out? Like, how is he gonna unload?
Yeah, man. I don't know,
Hey,
man.
what would brown sugar do?
What would she do? That's a good question.
She'd say a prayer for him.
She said that could be my man.
Dang. God, dang.
Brown sugar got a glider husband, man.
Damn, shots fired.
Nah.
There's no glider
Shots
with that
fired.
woman. I'm sorry.
Brown sugar catching
Yeah.
strays now.
They trying to
Spray
they
pans.
trying to
Yup, yup, yup.
they trying to
Oh,
lure brown sugar out of retirement and shit.
the Pantheon brown sugar back and forth is great.
Yeah, why did you
Every time I think of
why did you not get along with why did you not like brown sugar? What was brown
I
sugar?
did not get along. It was her.
It's always some
I
snarky
was fine.
shit.
She came up with
Hold on.
shots
You were
firing.
very aggressive. You were very aggressive,
Aggressive?
and yes, you were. You were
How?
talking
In what
about
way?
her. You were criticizing her opinions on things. You were like being very coarse with your critiques.
That's not aggressive.
You were.
That's just saying statements.
I think you were just calling her out,
Yeah.
like at any opportunity.
All I said was I wonder how she's raising her gremlins, and she felt away.
Wow. Wow.
6 months ago, I moved back to Nigeria after 15 years in Europe. In this video, I'm going to share with you guys things I wish I knew before packing up my loads and moving back to Nigeria. Hey guys, what is up? My name is AY. If you guys true things I wish I had considered or knew before moving back to Nigeria. So first thing first, just to bust your bubble, Nigeria has not changed. If you left Nigeria 20 years ago, 15 years ago, see the neighborhood you left, the roads
Since
that were
when?
bad when you left, don't have any hope of it being fixed because it's still the way it was when you left it. This is just
No matter when you
to
left it.
maintain your expectation of what you might find when you get back to Nigeria. Now, let's dive right into the things that mostly you should consider before moving back to Nigeria. First of all, note that Nigeria is extremely expensive. Inflation is on the rise and is at its highest point ever. Things, goods, and services prices increase on a daily basis. Take, for example, the telecommunication companies just increased their tariffs or their fees by a whopping 50% in the last month. And that's not the first time they're increasing it this year. So things are extremely expensive. Make sure you have a rigid savings, like money you save down that you're going to come out use here. But then again, if you're somebody that, let's say, for example, you're just schooling abroad
that's
and
nice.
you're like,
Not
after
bad.
school, maybe 5 years, you've schooled for 5 years, you're done now, you've graduated, and you want to move back to Nigeria to work and all of that stuff, to live, it's going to be difficult. I'm just going to put that for you there straight. It's going to be difficult. Make sure you have a support system. So maybe your parents are going to be supporting you, or you have where you're going to stay for free, and you have someone that's going to be providing you with your basic amenities and all that stuff. If not, it's going to be struggle throughout. I'm not saying in the Western world it's not also struggle, but here in Nigeria, whatever you consider on the other side to be struggle, exit by 20 here. So keep that in mind. Basic point is Nigeria is expensive, so come prepared. Make sure you have enough money, enough savings, enough capital to sustain yourself while you are here. Next thing I want to talk about is power supply. Everybody knows this. Power supply in Nigeria is unstable, and it's still the way it was for me, which is 15 years ago when I left Nigeria. Coming back, I was
Yo,
thinking
did he have
that
a
things have
fake
changed. I
Laker
was
jersey
thinking,
on?
okay, at
It was
least we'll
red.
be having maybe, I don't know, if not 24 hours, maybe at least 20 hours of power supply in a day. But it's not like that. In fact, it seems like it's gotten worse since then. Nothing has changed regarding electricity. It's still the way it was. And funny enough, when I complained about it, people are like, you have to do it yourself. So go out there, get yourself solar panel and all of that stuff. So that is what is raining now in Nigeria. Do it yourself power supply. So you get a solar panel on your roof, something like that, or you get batteries that you put in your house that get charged when there is light, and when there is no light, you use up power from those batteries, which is not right, right? I mean, this is something that the government should provide for you. It's basic amenities. It should be there, right? So for someone that is used to this kind of thing, having 247 power supply, get ready for it. You might not have it unless you have huge amount of money saved. I mean, your savings has to be top notch, right? Because if you don't have enough money to do that, then you are going to suffer from NEPA because
You
the power
already
supply
said
is
that.
so unstable. Sometimes you could go days without having power supply. So what I would suggest is make sure that wherever you are renting or whoever is providing you with accommodation, if it's your own house
I
that
think
you've
Ark is
built,
out
make sure
again.
you have solar panel installed. Have this at the
Wake
back of
up.
your mind. Power supply is a problem. It's do it yourself.
Brown sugar's come up, wake up.
The brown
That's that
sugar's
good.
up. Yeah, yeah. Listen, they go to Nigeria. So Nigeria hasn't changed since the last time you were there. I was there in 1993.
Yeah, I went there 2015 was for a weekend, but like proper holiday was 2012. And yeah, they're still suffering from unstable electricity. It's just ridiculous. And it throws you off so much when you just say, oh, okay, you're on the internet, you're just surfing, whatever, talking, and then phew, everything's gone. Because it's like your fuse blowing, but it's not gonna come on. It's like your fuse blowing, it doesn't come on, and then it's like scrambled to the generator to put the generator on.
Is there like a really nice part of Nigeria, like the
Yeah, so
sort of like the
the
Beverly Hills of Nigeria or
yeah,
something
so
like
it's
that?
called so it's, and of course you can imagine it's kind of the old English places, or where the English were. So there's in Lagos, there's Ikoyi
I'm
and
listening. What's up?
Victoria Island, but the places they've been developing, which a lot of the, I guess, musicians and so forth live, is a place called Lekki, Lekki, and then there are different phases of that which they're building. So there's like Lekki Phase 1, which is the oldest, and then it keeps going out. But that's it's
So are
almost
these
like
like neighborhoods or are they like city
yeah,
blocks?
it's almost like it's not
Did
almost,
they
it's
lose
like
power?
the UAE where they're doing the reclaimed land from the sea or from the water.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then developing that. So yeah, so that's Lekki. So it's kind of under sea level.
So who's doing that? Some foreign companies? Chinese
Oh
companies?
no idea, none of that. But my aunt lives in Ikoyi, which is like the old English places, the top places. But yeah, so like in my head, I was like, I don't need to go to Nigeria like ever again in my life. Like, there's not really
So you're
anything.
Nigerian?
Yeah, I have
Ethnically, you're
Nigerian
Nigerian?
ancestry. I don't really need to go there at all.
Yeah, I feel the same way about India. Like, I don't know, for some reason, I kind of dodged the bullet. Well, I kind of dodged the bullet here because I know Ak always brings up the Pag in the Philippines and a lot of African stuff, but he hasn't really went all out on India. And that's one of the worst
India,
places in the
the
world.
Oh,
street
we trash on it every now and
street
again.
food videos. Like, I just think anyone who's obese needs to go to India for a week, and they will They would drop
Yeah.
so much weight if they just watch those street food vendors. And
Yeah,
then
I
you
just
see,
recently saw one where they had like the video was like shocking slums of Mumbai, and like just me watching it at home, I felt dirty. Like I felt like I was gonna get some sort of a
yeah, and you've
disease just
seen
watching it.
the air, completely forgotten, the air stewards talking about flying to India, how everyone literally shits outside of the toilet. So they all shit on the floor in the bathroom, and they don't shit in the actual toilet.
Mm, mm.
So the air stewards are like, yeah, we have 250 people on this plane, and everyone is doing their business on the floor. And then they have to clean that up. That every air steward hates going to India. Like it's a well-known thing in the airline community.
I gotta search the video for that. I would love to see that. That's
But
crazy.
yeah, that there's nothing about India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka. Like there is nothing in that region that even money that's offered to me, you can keep your money. I have zero minus desire to go to that region. It's the same with desert demon countries, like zero desire.
Yeah, but at least the desert demon countries have some like straight up world class, first class areas like the UAE, Dubai.
Yeah,
Those
but
areas are
I think
fucking
that
you
I
could
think they're
eat
Yeah,
off
but
the street.
hypocrites. I think they're
she's a
hypocrites
woman.
because you can't use Western stuff and be calling Western people, white people infidels, but building your societies based on white
Right,
society.
right.
Like you're hypocrites. And I'm not covering my head for any desert demon. Like I'm not going to your the big mosque in Saudi Arabia to cover my head. Don't need to
Yeah, but
go.
like isn't like the
Don't care.
UAE like the UAE is very touristy, right? So I don't think you would have to do anything over there like
Yeah,
that.
but they're a mixture. 1 minute it's illegal to drink alcohol. Next minute they're serving alcohol. Next minute it's illegal to hold hands. Next minute people are dating and holding. I'm a
Mm.
very structured person, and I do not like hypocrisy or just flip flopping. And I find that
Right.
whole
They
region
still probably have
picks
some
and
very
chooses.
they probably still have some very like Sharia like laws. So it's probably like cool to get there as long as you don't
Of course they do, and
break
they're
anything
wanting to
that's
do all
yeah.
sorts of things like Abu Dhabi F1 Grand Prix. And like, why are you seeking Western stuff? You hate the West. We're all infidels. Why are you trying to get all these things? The World Cup, F1, all these white things. It's the same thing with black people. Like once they get money, they're always wanting to ski. They want to golf. They want to play tennis. But you hate white people. Why are you going after their pursuits?
I think Ock just woke up and
Just
turned his
what?
phone off and
Huh?
then went back to sleep
It's like it's
How you
disturbing
say
me.
that? I'm
because I
listening.
heard
I'm
you
listening.
snoring.
I'm listening to you people, man. Every time I listen to somebody say something, I think I'm asleep. I'm
What was
listening.
Pantheon talking about, Ock?
What was Pantheon talking about? Um, like uh,
Too slow.
Was it a
being
country in
mean.
Africa?
She's being mean to somebody, man.
Stop putting a mean tag on me. I am very nice. Thank
Being
you.
mean to
I
somebody,
just don't
man.
suffer fools gladly.
Pantheon is actually very benign. I think the most aggressive one, but she's still cool as hell. The most aggressive one is AP. AP comes in hot. He comes in like a missile.
Brown Sugar
And
wanted to fight Pantheon.
Of course she did.
yeah, but I mean,
Because
I
she
think
saw her
AP kind of
son
attacked
in the
Pantheon
little
at one
child.
point too, though, didn't she?
No, I think when I first started, because I think it was one of my first shows, AP came on and I think was just asking my opinion. I didn't think she was being aggressive. I think she was maybe being
Nah,
haughty
they
and
say
questioning.
you know better. You know better than to go at AP. AP about that life.
I know, but AP and I agreed. So why would I go at her?
No, they say you better agree. Better not be no disagreements.
AP is not my judge, jury, or executioner, so we agree on
I
stuff.
didn't know AP. I didn't know AP had some Patel in her. I was surprised to hear that.
Yeah, I was too.
Yeah, man.
I thought it was
Oh.
I thought it was Umbrito she had, not Patel. I wonder if the
Yes,
P. I
yes.
wonder if the P is for Patel.
Mm,
American Patel.
mm.
But
AP
yeah,
is
no.
She said
In
she got some
India
sun, right?
and Desert Demon area, zero desire. Like that, those places could be nuked from the planet, and I would feel no type of way.
Look at this shit.
All right, we appreciate that. As 4th of July celebrations do continue across Southern California tonight, the shock of last night's deadly disaster in Pacoima still on the minds of many. One man was killed there in the fireball, a woman hospitalized in critical condition.
And as you mentioned, Rick, 4 homes were destroyed when a cache of illegal fireworks exploded. Lindsay Pena is live in Pacoima with more on the aftermath of the massive blast. Hi, Lindsay.
Hi, Court and Rick. Yeah, we're on the ground here in Pacoima. You just heard Gil talking about how many fireworks, and we are seeing what he's seeing. And it actually smells smoky. There's so many being lit off tonight. But as you said, it's what happened last night here in Pacoima that still has people talking. And investigators are still trying to figure out what ignited a house full of fireworks. The fire and explosions coming from a Pacoima neighborhood Thursday night were captured by multiple people nearby on passing freeways and from our Sky 5 overhead.
Because I couldn't believe it. It seriously felt like we were at war. Like, I don't know how to put that into words, but seriously, like war. It was just bomb after bomb going off. Our neighbor's house just like exploded.
Around 9 p.m., a massive fire broke out at a home near Corcoran and Bromont, quickly spreading to others nearby. All the while, fireworks could be seen shooting into the sky.
It shook the house. It took the pictures off our wall. They're shattered.
Erica Munoz says her father had to get on the roof to put out hotspots and keep their home from going up in flames.
The backyard, it caught on fire. The back porch caught on fire. So we would have to see the structural damage on that. But thankfully, our house is okay.
The fire department says 4 homes are too badly damaged to live in. 18 people are now displaced. Officials have confirmed that a man in his 30s is dead. A woman in her 30s was taken to a hospital in critical condition.
She had burns on her legs.
It took more than 100 firefighters to get the situation under control. There was also downed power lines and a gas leak. Munoz tells KTLA the people who lived in the house where the fire started were known to have fireworks, especially around the 4th of July.
It was always a gathering in the middle of the street. They would do fireworks every year. They did so many fireworks. So I can only imagine that they had a lot of fireworks in there.
She says people have complained about the situation for years.
With the side eye.
Yeah, you look old. You look like he's 15 years old.
Oh man, you're making fun of babies now? God
We're
damn,
not making
man.
fun of it.
Jesus Christ, man.
Oh, he just looks like he's got a lot on his mind. Like he looks like he's been through a lot.
Yeah, this house just blew up, man. It was the house
You're
on
trying to
Pleasant Street
defame us
blew up.
in this show, Ag. We made an observation. We weren't making fun of the baby. But also, what do you put in your insurance as the neighbor if your neighbor had fireworks that blew up your house or damaged your house? Do you just say fire damage from a neighbor, or like what exactly do you say?
Oh no. I really don't know. I don't know.
So it was vandals. Someone
An
vandalized your
investigation
home.
underway tonight into a deadly incident in Logan Square. Firefighters responding to a fire discovered 3 children inside, all of them stabbed multiple times.
One has died, another is in critical condition. WGN's Andrea Medina is live in the 3600 block of West Palmer Avenue. Andrea.
Hi, Jackie and Ray. Well, crews have actually finished up boarding up the building that actually burned. And the top unit neighbor tells us that the neighbor below her acted strangely, but she never expected her to do something so horrible. Now, she and other residents call the situation devastating after a young boy was killed in a violent attack.
I literally told him yesterday, I was like, I don't feel comfortable living here with like our downstairs neighbor.
Dorothy Katz, who has lived in the 2-story brick building in Logan Square for 2 years, says she shared this worry to her boyfriend, never imagining the havoc that would unfold on Friday morning.
She stabbed all our kids and set the house on fire.
Kat says she and her neighbor rarely spoke, making what happened all the more surprising. She was in bed when the fire alarm suddenly went off. Moments later, she heard windows shattering and knew she had to run. Video from the Citizen app shows thick smoke pouring from the building near Palmer Street and Lawndale Avenue. Inside, first responders discovered 3 children who had been stabbed with a knife. Chicago police say a 45-year-old woman was behind the attack and then set the home on fire. A 4-year-old boy was found with stab wounds to his chest. He was rushed to Stroger Hospital in critical condition, but later died from his injuries.
Rest in peace to little boy. Like, he did not deserve that. He was a sweet kid.
A 10-year-old boy suffered wounds to his right arm, and a 13-year-old girl had injuries to her face, chest, and back. The boy is expected to recover, but the girl is fighting for her life.
You never want to hear that anyone's life is taken, especially a child.
The fire quickly spread to a neighboring yellow home, causing significant damage to its roof. Kat says she ran back inside the building to save her cats and lizard, but later had to be hospitalized for smoke inhalation.
Wake up.
The 34-year-old man was also taken to the hospital for the same thing. At this time, investigators have not confirmed whether the children are related to each other or to the suspect. Neighbors, however, say it was...
Yeah, man.
I got hit by a bottle rocket when I was a kid.
Oh.
Good times.
Yeah. Wow. Let's see. Salute to everybody. Everybody hit the like button with you on PayPal.
Hit the like button with your right hand, people.
You think Sons and Umbritos will vote for Mamdani over Eric Adams?
Yeah. But I don't think Mamdani's going to beat Eric Adams. I think Eric Adams is going to win, but I think that some black people will vote for Mamdani, yes. Without a doubt.
If he promises free stuff, hell yeah.
Yeah, and he's a Democrat.
The sisters will vote
far
for
left Democrat.
Mamdani. The sisters will vote for Mamdani over a black man.
Okay, so someone explain it to me because I haven't checked in. So, and Cuomo is out of the race now, or he still has a chance.
Well, he's still on the card. He's still on the ballot, so that's going to help out.
He has no chance.
Okay, so the front runners now are Eric Adams and the Desert Demon.
Yeah, technically he's not a Desert Demon though. He's a Patel.
What is he?
He's a Patel.
But once they have that religion, Desert Demon, they are Desert Demon adjacent, all grouped together. It'd be crazy if he wins.
Man, wrap it up.
Be crazy if he wins because you have a Desert Demon as mayor of London, and then you're gonna have a Desert Demon as the mayor of New York. Absolute insanity. And people, you did that yourself. White people, you did that yourself.
He's not gonna win, but he's giving them a scare because, like, he was taken seriously enough to win their little whatever their election, what they call their rankings or whatever. Like that was a victory enough, you know what I'm saying, for a socialist. Like that just proved that like socialism has some support in New York. But I don't think there's no way he wins the general election against the incumbent black mayor. No way. But yeah,
I just think it's just a race to identity politics where they would vote against the white guy, but then the hierarchy is the black guy over the Patel. So I think it might.
I'm not too sure
anymore. Like a
anymore.
landslide victory.
I'm not too sure anymore. I think there are enough Patels and Desert Demons that they would start voting for themselves over the black person. Because you forget there's bad blood between those groups as well. So
Right. Yeah, I have to see what the demographics are, how much.
Because that literally happened in London. It's like all the Muslims went for Sadiq.
Right.
That didn't matter Muslim background because he's Pakistani. But all the Muslims went for him because they went for religion.
Wow.
And yeah, we're at the height or beginning of, because we've had 30 plus degrees Celsius weather. So we are boiling right now. We're all like boiled chickens right now. But it's the height of like Arab desert demon season, where they all come in, they all fly in because the UK is cooler than wherever they come from. And yeah, you cannot move for a hijab or a burqa. Like you're actually a minority not being covered in central London right now because they're just everywhere. And again, it's what I said, we're infidels, but you're always coming to our countries. You're shopping in our fashion houses. You're just doing all these things which are Western, but you're fully covered in burqas and hijabs and Arabics everywhere. On the bus, you're a minority. Where are the white faces? You can't see them because they're just all in central London. And it's an absolute nightmare. Like it gets worse every year, but now you're kind of just walking around pissed off because you're not having a break from seeing them.
Wow, that's scary.
It is because like London is so ethnic now that you do play spot the white people. Like that's how ethnic it is now. You're like, oh, spot the white person. Wait, what white are they? Are they Slav? Are they American? Are they Anglo-Saxon? Like, it's fascinating. And it's only going to get worse because again, once you then have it replicated in New York and all the other major cities across the white countries, nothing to stop them. Once they break the ethnic barrier of power, you cannot revoke it. The same thing. Once we had what's his name as Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, you can't stop ethnic people now being Prime Minister of the UK. Same thing as Scotland, First Minister. You had the Iraqi guy who was complaining that Scotland, there are too many white people like in the legal
I thought he was
system.
Pakistani.
No, the Scottish First Minister, Hamza Yousaf.
He's a Muslim.
Oh, he's Iraqi?
Yeah, so Iraqi immigrant, became the First Minister of Scotland and was complaining that there were too many white Scottish MSPs, too many white judges. It's like, you're in Scotland. Same thing, Ireland, you had, was he adopted by white people, but was he gay Pakistani or gay Indian leader? That was Ireland. Then everywhere else. We'll just follow US, Canada, New Zealand, Australia. Once the ethnics start getting into positions of power, you can't revoke that. Because once you start revoking it, saying, oh, no, it should only be white people, bam, racist, Islamophobic.
Yeah. I mean, they get into
anything.
power based on that. They guilt trip them.
Of course. But white people allow it.
Yeah.
And as I always say, like, I love Korea. You would never have a Nigerian as the president of Korea because when you say that sentence, it's laughable. It's like, why would you have someone who's not of Korean ethnicity as the president of Korea? But every white country, they allow it because they want to love the world.
They seek it. They
seek it.
They
of
welcome
course,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where that turning point happened where for some reason they think that wherever there's too many of white people themselves is a bad thing.
Yeah,
I don't know where that
if you notice, diversity is always needed in white Anglo-Saxon countries. Diversity is never needed anywhere else on the planet. It's always needed in the UK, white Europe, Canada, America, New Zealand, Australia. Never needed in Saudi Arabia, never needed in Iran, never needed in Iraq, never needed in Afghanistan, never needed Pakistan, India. No, you don't need diversity. Because what they then consider diversity is their different tribes. But it's always white countries that diversity, DEI, everyone needs to be different. We're all the same if we're different. It's always those countries. And white people allowed it, whether Juice Crew or non-Juice Crew. I'm talking about the WASPs, white Anglo-Saxon Protestants. You allowed that, and you can't come back from that.
What about the Catholics?
Them as well. Like, we go on to different levels, but just white people what we consider white, they allowed their countries to be overtaken.
I mean, if you
They
think about
encouraged
it,
it.
it's the like any other race of women. If you just ask them on randomly on a street interview, any other race of women, what they think about their men, none of them will say something bad. Maybe sisters might say something, maybe bad, but any other
Definitely
race, like
bad.
Chinese, Arab, nobody will dare say something bad about their men except white women. White women will love to say bad shit about their men. And they're the most freest of any woman on the planet, given these freedoms by the white man. And they turn
Yeah,
around and stick the middle finger up to them.
because what happens is when Maslow's hierarchy of needs is met, when all is it 7 or 9 points are met, you're like, oh well, I have housing, I have food, I have shelter, I have freedoms. I'm literally bored. What can I start nitpicking at because I don't like it? Whereas someone else who's struggling for food and shelter could, like, trans doesn't even come into it.
Yeah, I mean,
Racism doesn't come into it. They're trying to have shelter.
when you're born into these type of freedoms and just egalitarianism in these white countries, you feel like it's a God-given right, like it's like you deserve it just by being alive, but you don't understand like that doesn't work in the rest of the world. It's not just you weren't born with it. Like people have to like fight and die for that, and
Yeah,
they don't understand like how lucky they are.
it's not even that for me. It's the whole thing of white apology for enslaved peoples or colonization. And I don't know if you've been to India recently, or like do you have a village like where your ancestors come from, kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, I've never been to India since I was born,
Okay,
but
but your
yeah,
family obviously comes from like a village somewhere deep
yeah,
in the jungle, or
they're like very up north, and they're a partition
exactly kind of
of
same
Pakistan and
thing with
India.
my family. Like we have our family village, but when I've gone there and I look at, okay, we were colonized, and even in the village, half of the stuff that's being used is from, colonialism and white people and so forth. When I think, God, if we weren't colonized, I would have been married off maybe like 12, you know what I mean? 12 topless in threads, in cloths, and just so many things where I'm just so thankful that as a populace, like Africa was colonized. Because everyone
Well,
seems to think that,
that's the catch, Pantheon.
yeah, of course,
That's
because
why
everyone
white
seems to
apology
think,
exists. It's
yeah,
because
because
we
everyone
tried to
seems to think that
colonize.
if we weren't colonized, we would still be driving cars, we would still be doing this. It's like, no, we would literally be in huts. The Live Aid of the 1980s would be happening, and there wouldn't even be white people dropping off supplies. Like that would have been African history from time if colonialism didn't happen. So I even think having to ask white people, oh, you need to be apologetic for enslaving us and colonizing us, is even from a place of privilege, because you are living with the privilege of what white people gave you, talking about, oh no, you shouldn't have given it to us. We would have survived without you. No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, just look at Zimbabwe, formerly Rhodesia, or South Africa. Those are the
Yeah,
two most prominent, obvious examples where it was
yeah.
really, really good at one point, and then it got really, really bad, and now it's just awful.
Yeah, and what happens? The black people in those countries still flock to the white areas. If you get money, it's still attainable to move into the white neighborhoods. Why? Why? Because you know how well white people do.
It's
Mm.
also there's also countries in Africa that were never colonized, and they're no better off. Like Ethiopia was never colonized. I don't believe. I know
Oh yeah,
somebody
they're
from
fucked.
Ethiopia, and they said they were never colonized.
Yeah, and
And it's
then
not like they're like Wakanda now.
no, and in recent years, Eritrea, Sudan, and then Somalia obviously have been for like 20 years, but they've all come to the UK and obviously America and Minnesota, because they had internal conflict. And oh, where do we go? Bushmen are coming with guns to rape and kill us. Or let's go to Minnesota. Let's go to like one of the whitest regions in the world and just to completely destabilize it. And then look at Minnesota now. or Michigan, wherever they are. I don't know where they are. One of the M's. But now they're in power. They're in local power. And what are they doing? They're doing all their Sharia thing in local government in Minnesota. They're voting for Muslim stuff. And the white people in Minnesota just allowed it. I just feel like it's like a cockroach infestation. If you see one cockroach, you have, well, I don't, if you see one cockroach, you have to kill the cockroach or a rat. Otherwise, you get an infestation.
Yeah, Islam is definitely a disease.
Man, that's interesting. So yeah, any final thoughts, guys?
No, I'm waving to everyone with both my hands in the chat.
Don't play with dynamite.
Hell no,
Yes,
man. On that
I'm
note,
waving
that's great
goodbye.
advice. Great advice. Same Black time, same Black channel. Salute to Mayo Monkey, my man Mayo Monkey in the building. Peace. I'm out of here.
Thanks.